Buff Nation, what up? BWB, my bandwagon buffs. What it is, what it does, and what it's gonna be. It's your man's Harry Billion. Family, welcome to the Liberian Perspective. Please do me a favor. I gotta turn off this other thing here. Sorry, guys. I left it on. Please forgive me. All right. Do me a favor, please. Smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. Give me the thumbs up. Hey, guys, listen, man. I got to go ahead and get into this live stream real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. We about to work. So let's go ahead and work. Welcome to the show. TLP Live at Noon with your man, Harry Billion. We have a good show today for you guys. We're going to talk about what it means to play for Coach Prime. Essentially, I'll say the benefits of playing for Coach Prime. There's a lot of benefits, and it's almost like it's unfair. So, Coach Prime is changing the landscape of college football, how it's done on the business side of it. And it behooves any college students, just like Jordan Seaton said, especially the ones that look like him, all right, who have disparaging neighborhoods and don't always get the opportunity or the benefits of getting the upper hand, always having to, I guess, take yourself by your bootstraps, bring yourself up. So if you look like Coach Prime and you don't want to play like Coach Prime, you need to ask yourself why. And the why is usually what gets a little fuzzy. But today we're going to clear that why up. Why you should play for Coach Prime, especially if you look like him. Because what he's doing, nobody else is doing. Nobody. It's like, it doesn't even come close by 2 miles. It's not even close what Coach Prime is doing as far as the benefits that comes along with this game. Because it is a game, and a lot of people don't understand that it is a game. There's one game that is being played on the field, and there's another game that is being played off the field. And while we're not crushing it yet on the field, crushing it off the field, like by miles, by like over 200 yards, crushing it. Coach Prime is definitely crushing it off the field. And it behooves any college player, especially the ones that look like him, to not want to play for him. So we're going to talk about that in today's live show. All right? And remember the protocol, guys. You can come on. If I'm talking about a specific segment or a topic that you want to come on and you want to expound on, or you just have something general that you want to say, you have the opportunity to do that. If you just look right above here, you'll see hot tips for tlpsports@gmail.com. It says to call in to the show, you got to email me. You send me an email, I send you a link, you come onto the show, and we talk. This is the voice of the people. This is the show where you are the expert. You come on, you voice your opinion, we talk about it. You can throw a few packages if you want, okay? So please, all right, take down the email. If it's not today's show, it could be tomorrow's show because we do it Monday through Friday. All right. And then we have the obviously Sunday on the weekend wrap-up show. But for now, guys, we got to get into this reason why Coach Prime, or we got to get into some of the benefits of playing for Coach Prime. So let's go. Before we get started, guys, I am going to say hello to my guests, those who have the I guess the nerves to watch while they are at work, because it is 12:05 on the East Coast, so that means it must be 9:05 on the West Coast. So good morning, good afternoon, and hello to everybody who is watching right now. And Timothy Smith, Dallas is in the building. What up with you? Doc, what up with you? FL or FICK, how you doing? Viral Authority, what up, man? Who else is in here? Patrick Williams, what up with you? Thank you for tuning in to the show. TLP live at noon. Let's go. Tuscaloosa is in the building as well. I just want to make sure. Shirley Kimball, what up? Or could be Kimby. Is that an L or I? Shirley, what up with you? Thank you for tuning in to the show. We're going to have a good show. So, East Coast Cav, what up with you? ATO in the building. Okay. The prime East Coast Cav is starting off and saying the prime effect is real. We're going to discuss that today. We're going to tell you how real it really is. Like, it's a real thing. And I want to take the veil off of all the nonsense that is clouding the judgments of some of these young men and their families, because it's very easy to fall prey to everything that's going on if you don't understand. But that's why you have shows like mine. If you are a parent with an elite child that has the opportunity to play for Coach Prime and you are thinking about it, I want you to think very, very carefully about that decision. But we're going to make that decision easier for you today. We're going to talk about the business, and then we're going to talk about the on-the-field stuff. I'm going to break it down today in today's show. All right? So let me take a little sip of my coffee, and let me show you guys my cup here. Where's the camera? Where's my camera? Oh, the light is blocking what it says. It says, Dad. It says, Dad totally nailed it. All right? Dad totally nailed it right there. Okay? And unfortunately, I don't have my camera. I'm an amateur. I don't have my camera set to manual focus, and you can see the focus going in and out. What an amateur move, but I'm not going to mess with that right now because I'm live. So that's an amateur move. Never put your camera on autofocus. Oh, man. My film mentors are going to call me and be like, Harry B., I taught you better, man. I'm teaching you better than that. Andre Harris, what up with you? C.K. Williams, you in the building. Brahim Hamilton, you in the building. What up with you? Team Coach Prime, you know what it is. More in the building. Y'all ready to go? Because I'm ready to go. I've been having a little bit of issue with blank screens. So when I do my presentation, I need somebody to please help me out and just be like, yo, Harry B., we can see you all good. Because blank screens have been plaguing my presentations. It wasn't that way a little bit ago, but all right, guys. So right now, I got Well Off Media on my screen. I'm just gonna play a few seconds of it. I'm gonna back up just a little bit. I already had it queued. I have it queued at 9:07, so I'm gonna go back to 9:07. But I want to play a little bit of this, and you guys tell me if you see this.
These are some NBA prototype socks that they sent us for our guys.
I'm going to pause it now and come back to you because I can't see you while you see my screen. Just anybody tell me you guys saw that screen. It was not a blank screen. We see Sean P's in the building. I think Sean P is, I think that's Atlanta. ATL Sean P. Is that right, Sean? If I got that wrong, let me know, homie. All right, so Sean P said we good, we see, and you also here, so let's go. All right, let's go. Timothy Smith is chiming in too, letting me know we all good. All right, guys, and I might have to roll it back, you know what I'm saying, if for some reason I keep playing it and then it goes bad. So, all right, here we go. Let's roll it to 9:07, where we're supposed to start off at, and here we go.
Let me start with this. So this is a thing that we were talking about, trying to elevate our protective stuff with it, right? So my thought was, when you come in, if you want them, that's what you run. When you're a starter, right, we'll get their number on them for them, and then your call, like you're the one who endorses.
When you're a dog.
Yeah.
When you're a dog.
Then we'll start to put a logo on.
I like that.
Is that cool?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
We'll push go on that.
Let's run that back a little bit.
I like that. When you're a dog.
Yeah. When you're a dog, we'll start to put a logo on.
I like that.
So right on the floor, as you guys are seeing, let me come back to you. Make sure you saw that clearly. You guys are good. East Coast Cav with the $10. What? East Coast Cav, man, my dog is in the house with the $10, guys. $10 on the daggone. We see you guys. Okay, so you guys saw that, right? Before I continue, I want to make sure you guys saw that Nashville. Oh, Nashville. Sean P is Nashville. Oh, I think the other Sean I'm thinking about, Sean Kemp. I think Sean Kemp is from ATL. He reps the Bulldogs, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But did you guys see that? Please, somebody, East Coast Cav, I'll be with you in a second, all right? Give me a second. I'm going to post that. But you guys saw that, all right? Right? We all good with that? You guys saw the clip of Well Off Media? Anybody just confirm for me, please? I got the wrong branding up there. What am I doing here? Oh, Harry B, what did you do? What did you do, Harry B? East Coast Cav with the $10 super chat. I told y'all Prime wouldn't get dogs. Prime went up. Yes, we saw it. Okay, Sean P saw it. Okay, we see everything. Okay, cool. Prime went up to the jungle and got lions, tigers, bears, dragons, and cheetahs. We need the whole animal kingdom protecting Shador like Mobile in the Jungle Book. Okay. East Coast Cav, man, you want to change the conversation, man. I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate the super chat. East Coast Cav. I got the wrong third, lower third on there. So give me 1 second, guys. All right, I got the wrong lower third on there. Coach Prime in that clip, guys. If you saw that clip, Coach Prime is laying out what is going to go on with like just simple things like protective gear. Protective gear, guys. I mean, it's amazing how I don't know. Give me a second, guys. Like we about to get into this. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry, I made a mistake here on something. And let me get it right, and then we will continue the show. You know what? Let me not waste your time. Come on. So Coach Prime, in his in that clip that you just saw from Well Off Media, and if you just joining the show, guys, give me a second. What I'm trying to set up here is the benefits of playing for Coach Prime. So Coach Prime in that clip, Coach Prime gets it. He understands. If you are a player, you are a potential, you are a prospect for Coach Prime or the Colorado Buffs. You're trying to make a decision, and you are watching me. Here's the reason why you need to choose Coach Prime to go play for, or at least have a strong consideration. The first reason is this is a business. And I don't know that anybody understands the business more than Coach Prime does. Okay? That's the first thing. We try to make this game more complicated than it really is. This is football. Football is called extracurricular activity. Your education is number one. That's number one, is your education. Let's not get that twisted. You're going to school to get an education. All right? The most serious things in life, doctor, you're saving somebody's life. Lawyer, people kind of got jokes about lawyers, but when you get into trouble, lawyers try to help you to decode, okay, the laws of the land. So it's kind of serious. When we get to stuff like football, where people kind of go to the Coliseum to watch football, they are going out there not to save anybody's life. They're trying to get away from their busy life and to escape something that's going on in their life for entertainment. So number one is a business. You know who understands that business way more than a lot of other people, including the students who play the sports, are the universities, the schools, the establishments that are that you are going to play these sports. They understand the business aspects of the sport. For some reason, the parents, the players, they're coming along now. They are coming along now to understand the business of the game. It's a game. So there's there's a game going on. There's a game on and off the field that's being played. And you are being played for the most part, not knowing about it if you are a student and not understand the game. It's a game of dollars and cents. You better make sure you're playing a game and make sure that it makes sense for you and your situation. All right? For a very long time, players were not allowed to make any money off of their stardom. The elite players, the starters, okay? And then the elite players, they were not allowed to make any money off of their name, their image, and their likeness, which is NIL. So for years, they went that way, but now they corrected it. And now that's the title of the game. That is now the name of the game. NIL. Name, image, likeness. These universities, these establishments, they know what you are worth. But for some odd reason, you don't know what you are worth. I'm talking directly to the parents of the students that are going to play these games, and then I'm talking to the students who play this game. You don't know what you are worth, but these establishments know what you are worth. So they're going to take the guise of the education and they're going to put that before you. But let me let you know, being somebody who has gone through college, let me let you know that you earned it. Okay? You earn the reason, or you going to college, you have earned that. Don't let nobody make you feel like it's a privilege to go here. You had to study, put in the hard work to get to their university. Yes, there are acceptance letters. We want you to come to our college. But that acceptance letter has to do with the hard work that you have put in as a student. So you earned that. So don't let nobody tell you otherwise. And then the second thing, the athletes. There are some athletes that are much smarter than other athletes. But your athleticism will make room for you to go to that university if you're not one of the smartest ones that have all of the high GPA. That still doesn't mean you didn't earn it. That means you still earned it. You just earned it in a different way. That's it. But it's all the same thing. Whether you were smart, you had the GPA, or God bless you with athleticism, and you got to the university where you couldn't get in otherwise because your grades were not up to par. But don't let nobody tell you that you didn't earn it. Am I talking right now, guys? Am I in the building? I don't want to. I know I'm on a pedestal right now. I'm on my platform preaching, and when I get in my bag, I tend to kind of not look down on the comments. Am I preaching right now? Are we here? Is everybody understanding where I'm going so far? You understand where I'm at, right? Y'all with me? Feel so real. I love CC, Crazy East, Crazy Beast, D Well in the building. Y'all with me? Y'all understand where I'm going right now? Right now, we're talking about the benefits of Coach Prime, and I'm setting it up. Timothy Smith says he gave me 3 fire emoji. I'm looking for a 4th. Somebody give me 1 more fire emoji so I can get 4 fire emojis, and I know for real I'm in the building. So let's keep going, guys. So I want all of these students to understand I'm setting this up because this is what happens to us. And then there is our community where we always got to pick up ourselves by our bootstraps. Yo, just being myself, Reverend Harry B., thank you so much. I appreciate you. So let's understand one thing. Our community, for the most part, when it comes to business, We are the most used people in life. We are the most used people in life. I'm in my bag today. Like, I don't need no amens because I came ready today. God is moving and I'm ready to move, baby. I'm moving with him. I'm in my bag today. But in our community, the 75%, maybe it's 72 to maybe 75% of college sports. Forget about, you know what? In any sport that black people are in, we normally dominate in that sport. We came in, we got golf too. Okay, this is not a racial thing. I'm speaking facts today. I'm going straight for the jugular. I'm coming for you, and I'm coming for all of it. I want all the smoke today. In most sports that we black people participate in, we are usually dominant in that sport. So if you are a weak white person, you don't understand that, I'm sorry, you might have to leave the building because I'm in my bag today and I have to address something that is going on in this industry and I have to take the veil off. I'm ready today, baby. I want all the smoke. Let's go. We dominate. But in our community, we don't understand business. Nobody teaches us about business. Just put yourself on the line, get beat up, concussions, CTE. Then after years of us using you, we throw you away, we bring in the next group, and we repeat the process. Rinse and repeat. And then you see some of these college students that go on the corner after their career's over with nothing. They have CTE, they have brain damage, they have a lot of things that have been plaguing them because they play football all of their life and they have nothing to show for it. All of these universities have millions and millions of dollars, I would say billions, off of black athletes. And our community doesn't get any better from it. We dominate football, but we, our community, don't get any benefits. How is it that we have 75% of something that is worth billions of dollars, but HBCUs are third world universities? How is that possible? We don't understand business and we don't understand the power that we have in our community. I hope you understand where I'm going with this. Jordan Seaton said, if you're a dog, why don't you come and play for Colorado, especially play for a guy that looks just like you? Why is it that we dominate a sport that is America's sport? That's football. But our communities, when you come to our colleges, we're having to look for pittance. We take pittance, little bit, crumbs. We're looking for crumbs. We don't know business. Ain't nobody putting us on a game. These colleges and universities and these establishments, they know our worth, but we don't know our worth. If we were to take 1 second and learn about the business of college sports, I guarantee you, HBCUs will be the number one place of all black place of all where most colleges or most young men or women who play sports, they will all flock to HBCUs. I'm telling you, if we understood business, let's bring it back to Coach Prime and why you should play for Coach Prime. And if you're new, if you just got here and you've been hearing me scream and preaching, let me remind you why I'm screaming and preaching. Today, we're talking about the benefits of playing for Coach Prime, why you should play for Coach Prime. And let me remind you of the clip that I'm talking about. Let's go. This is why I'm different. This is why I don't play around. This is why my channel is so different, because I address issues that need to be addressed. I break news sometimes. Well, maybe not. I'm lying. I don't break no daggone news. I be late on everything. Okay. All right, let's go back to this clip. If you're just joining us, let me play this clip again. Here we go, guys.
Elevate our protect us up with the start with it. So this is a thing that we were talking about, trying to elevate our protective stuff with it, right? So my thought was, when you come in,
those little things that you see, those little like knee pads or shoulder or thigh pads, all right, that you put inside of your thigh to protect you, those are just protection pads, okay? And those little things that you're looking at, when you are on the football field or when you are on the field, there are certain things that the camera shows, all right? Remember, you are a billboard. You are a walking billboard. I'm talking about everybody now, all of us. When you dress out there and you go you walk outside, you are walking billboard. Whether you got I Love Africa or ninjas in Paris, you wearing Versace, whatever you are wearing, you are a walking billboard. You're promoting somebody's brand. And God forbid it be your own brand. I don't wear nobody else's brand but So African clothing. When I step outside, I'm wearing So African clothing. I wear it to church, making all those white people feel uncomfortable, especially the ones that they in church, but they just got a little bit of, why is he wearing African? But anyway, I digress. We are all a walking billboard, especially when you got cameras on you all the time. So what's going on in this clip, if you guys can see it, is Coach Prime recognizing the places where the cameras are going to look. They're going to advertise for the young men. If you are a starter, you got a different thing. You're just a regular player, right? You're just a regular starter. If you are a dog, we're putting your number on it. We're putting your logo on it. If you have a YouTube channel, you have a business that you are promoting, you're putting that on there. Okay? Coach Prime recognizes this. He recognizes this. Let's keep going.
if you want them, that's what you run. When you're a starter,
This on the first. Hold on, let me come back to y'all. You guys are seeing this, right, guys? Somebody just let me know you're seeing this, because now I'm walking it through. I started off, I played the whole thing, but now I'm walking it one by one. You're seeing what I'm showing, right? Quincy Kennedy, let me know you're seeing me. Just being myself. Let me know you're seeing this, guys. I gotta walk this thing one at a time. We gotta get this, especially if you're joining the show. A lot more people just came through. We see it. Thank you, Angela Gaines. I appreciate you. Let's keep going. All right. So on the floor, okay? On the floor is just, if you join the team, you are on the team, you get CU. That's it. That's the university. That is the establishment. That is all. That's all you get. You're on the team. Congratulations, you made the team. You're going to promote the university. Let's move to the next step. And for you to watch, for you to promote the university, it's a privilege. Okay? It's a privilege to be playing for this university. You are rocking the letters of the university. That is the number one privilege that you got right there. That's on you. You made it. Congratulations. You earned it.
right? We'll get their number on them for them, and then your call.
Right there. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to it real quick. Right there. So you're still representing the university because you got the logo on there. The second thing is, if you are a starter, you get your number on it. Your number. Okay, guys? Your number. So your number is how people recognize you. It's how they plug you out of the crowd. There's over 100 people. If you go to an away game, they're only taking 72 people. So you get your number on it, so they get to recognize, oh, that's you. That's number 12. That's Travis Hunter. That's 21. That's Shiloh. Now you get your number on it. You play on some college teams, they have no names, no numbers. I mean, they have no numbers or no names on the jerseys. Coach Prime came in, he's looking at some sports and some teams, he's like, they got no names on the jersey. How do you know that, kid? You're selfish. You are the university. You are selfish. It's only your name on that jersey. Stop it. Let's keep going. Why you should play for Coach Prime? Let's keep going.
And in your call, like you're the one who endorses.
When you're a dog.
Yeah, when you're a dog, when you start to put a logo on there.
I like it.
When you're a dog, then we start to put a logo on there. That means that if you're an elite player, that means that you're not just gonna come on here and walk around like you're chicken with no head, right? That means that you are gonna be locked in and you're gonna be wanting to make sure your logo goes on there, so you're gonna work hard. This is an incentive to work hard. If you are a dog, we're gonna promote your dogness. We're gonna make you bark a little. We're gonna make you bark just a little bit. By promoting whatever you are rocking, whatever you are promoting, we're promoting you. What other coach you know is going to do this? None. So let's get it straight. Coach Prime understands the game. He knows what time it is. He understands the game and he's promoting it. If you are a student, you are playing, all right? If you are a student and you are playing this game, please understand that this is a game. One is played on the field, and there's another one that's being played off the field. You got to understand the game that's being played on and off the field encompasses two things. There's a business side of it. One of it is business. On the field and off the field is business. The university knows the business, and you are lacking in the education of the business of the sport. When you are done putting your body on the line, if you're not blessed enough to go to the NFL, you got nothing else to prove to it. You got nothing else to show for it. So they're using you, and that's it. You get nothing else. After they're done using you, they're going to get rid of you, and they're going to bring in the new group. That's why we have the class of 2024, the class of 2025, the class of 2026. And God, if Jesus don't come back and say, okay, time out, we all done. Okay, now y'all had your fun. Now it's time for me to take over. If Jesus doesn't do that, the class of 2027 is going to keep going, and it's going to keep going, and you're just done now. You got a dad bod. You're sitting at home doing YouTube. You're doing anything else you want to do, but we're done with you. We got the new group, and watch how great they are. Look how great they're doing. Don't you agree that we put together we assembled a great team? You see them? You see how they're doing? Come back to us. You are an alumni. Come cheer for them. They're getting more money by you going back as an alumni wearing the colors. Look, see you, gold. Look, you're promoting them. You're promoting them. You're promoting them. When did they start promoting you? When they start promoting you? If you don't take the time to promote yourself, make yourself a brand, when do they promote you? They're getting money. They're getting money. When you leave the school, come back for Pride Week. Come back for homecoming. Oh, and guess what? You're not getting all free tickets. Even the students that are there don't get free tickets. So now you got to keep pumping money back into that institution. If you are an elite player or at least a good player, when do they promote you as a player? When do they promote you as a brand? Because you are a brand. Whether you know it or not, they know your value and they're going to use you. So when Coach Prime is doing what he's doing and you're calling him a clown, I want you to remember those words. You understand how coaches get fired. Coaches that get fired. Jimbo Fisher from Texas A&M. Jimbo Fisher from Texas A&M was a winning coach with a winning record, 6-4 when he got fired. We're done with you. We want to get rid of you. Oh, and don't forget to come back with your Texas A&M shirt on next season so you can watch the game because you are an alumni now. You're part of our Texas A&M family. Salute. Listen to me. These are institutions that are making money off of you because they understand the business and you don't understand the business. How many brand deals did Jimbo Fisher sign? When Jimbo Fisher was coaching at Texas A&M, How many brand deals did he sign? How did he get some of that branding? Did he glean himself? Did he link himself with the university? Or he was just a good coach doing the right thing? We call Coach Prime a clown, but when they were ready to get rid of Jimbo Fisher, he exited the building. He was the quote unquote profile coach. He was a winning coach. He kept it quiet. He went quietly, nothing else. He got his paycheck and he left. I'm not saying he's a clown, but how do you call Coach Prime a clown when he's getting his right now? So fire him all you want. There's a lot of shirts out there that says CU and CP. Hello. Hello. Can I get a hello? You can fire him all you want. But there's a lot of merchandise that's already out there. That says CP and CU. I'm giving you all the game today and how it works. And why, if you are a player, you need to play for Prime. Forget all the noise. Forget all the noise. But tell me, please, somebody explain to me, make it make sense how he's the clown, and a lot of y'all are proclaiming that he's a clown, it's a clown show, but when they get ready to get rid of you, when they are ready to let you go into the wind of nothing. You collected your last check, that's it, you're out of here. So explain it, make it make sense to me how Prime is getting his, but he's the clown. Make that make sense to me. You know what that means? That means you're a clown because you don't understand or know your value. You're going to walk into a building where you are the man and you have the opportunity to link yourself with a major brand, and you refuse to do that because you want to be a good slave. Because you want to be the perfect slave. Oh, he should just be a coach. Oh, he should just be a good coach. All that camera stuff, all that extra business stuff, he's a good marketing man, but he's not a real good coach. When they're ready to get rid, excuse me, when they're ready to get rid of you, you're going along with your good coaching. That's it. Get out of here and go away. I'm telling you right now, a lot of coaches and a lot of students are starting to pay attention. They're starting to get game. They're starting to get hip to the game. Like, wait a minute. These people just got rid of me, and I was winning. This is why they brought me here. I was doing all the right things. I did the dance. I kept quiet. Now all of a sudden they got rid of me, and that's it. I just go away. Yeah, that's right. That's what they do to you. You just go away. That's it. So don't think you're with your good accolades or with your good manners and your good coaching thing and your suit and tie or your turtleneck or your what is it called? Your polo shirt, your button up, saying the right thing, doing the right thing, and you stand upright with your shoulders. Don't listen to these fools out there because you're missing opportunities because you never asked. Because no coach is supposed to ask for a part of the bag. Ain't no coach supposed to ask for a part of the pot. Are you kidding me? You ain't supposed to take part of this. You can't have none of it. Have you ever asked as a coach? Did you ever ask? Excuse me, guys. Go be a good coach. Go and be a good coach. We all are walking billboard. Every one of us. When you walk outside, the brim that's on your hat, the logo that's on your shirt, the watch that you wear, The necklace, chains that you wear, they all come from somewhere. Even your jeans has on the belt buckle, it has the name of the company that you're promoting. And you think all of that is for nothing. You're thinking like these people are nice people that love you so much that you should, oh, I'm so glad to just promote you. It's a business. So you start off with the university. You are happy to rock those letters. This is the university that was established and done everything that they've done so far for you to be able to say, oh, I want to be a part of that university. So you're proud to wear you rock your letters. I'm proud to be from UNC Greensboro. But we're labeling the person that's taking advantage of every opportunity that he gets and is the smartest person to do that. I don't see any other FBS coach that has their logo next to the university. They don't even have the wherewithal to ask if it's possible. Is this something that we can do so that when I leave from here, 10 years down the line, when you win a championship, somebody is going to go into their closet and dust off their shirt. And when I was there 10 years ago, my logo is connected to that shirt. If you win a championship, they're going to dust it off 10 years from now, put it on. It's going to say Prime across the chest. Because now, 10 years from now, they're celebrating a championship that you won because of my labor. So now, I'm still here, even though I'm not here. That's not a clown. That's smart business. Stop playing with me. I'm ready today. Because you don't know business, you want to align with these universities. You want to align with these thieves. You want to align with yourself with the old method of thinking. Just go in there and be a good slave. Just go in there, be a good slave. Be quiet. Don't change the culture. Let them be what they are. Don't change anything. Just go along and get along. That's essentially what you're saying. Because the black man, who is Coach Prime, is getting his. He's tired of being used by these institutions. And then when they're done, they spit you out and they say goodbye. Don't let the door hit you where your mama hit you when you was born. You got nothing else. That's it. Collect your last check and that's it. You out of here. So you as a player, you're playing for Coach Prime. You play for Coach Prime, and Coach Prime teaches you the business. He's telling you, bro, don't worry about the money. When he's talking, you know how black people talk. Coach Prime is like, bro, I got the money over here, but don't worry about the money. I got you, homie. He's like, yo, son, come play for me, bro. I want to unleash the beast that we are. I want to let everybody know that we are dominant, but we're going to get a piece of this pie while we here. If you don't understand the language and the message this man is trying to send and go play for him, then you are naive and you are not so smart. I don't want to call you dumb, but you dumb as hell. Stop playing with me, man. How stupid can you be? I'm not saying that every black person should go play for Coach Prime. I'm just saying stop being stupid. Just stop being stupid. You're a good slave. That's what you are. When you go work for somebody, you're not working for yourself. You're working for somebody else's dream. Somebody built something. You want to go work for it. That's it. Give yourself some time to stack up some chips and go start your own business. You don't want to do that. It's okay. Continue doing that. But when somebody else does it, don't call them a clown. Every single coach should be asking the university when they start to coach that first day, hey, man, you know, is it cool that I can have my own little logo? I can have my own little shirt, you know, that you say, like, you know, Coach Jimbo. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could have like a fish logo on it, like Jimbo Fish. And then me smiling like that for the kids to wear it, especially the ones, if we win over here and the kids are happy, they will be more than happy to wear the Jimbo Fish shirt. Hey, man, you think that's cool for me to do that? Yeah, Coach, we think that's cool. Like, okay, you know what? I would take less money so I can have that merchandise. where I get the school's logo on there, and then I get my name on there, like Coach Fish, and then have like a fish, like a bass or something like that, like some type of logo. You think it's cool? I would take less money so that I can align myself with the brand of the school, so that way I have a little piece, I have a little something happening besides my check. Hey man, you think that's cool? Why are these coaches not doing it? Because you, as the fans, you are perpetuating this craziness of being a good slave, and you're not even seeing it. The person that's doing it is Coach Prime, but y'all don't see it. When Rick George, the whitest of all white men, wears a leather jacket and opens it, okay? Opens it, and you see Coach Prime's face inside of that jacket. Bro, what is that telling you? That's a smart black man. That boy is smart. You, as a business person, should say, well, dang, that is really smart. He got his face inside the white man's jacket. I'm going into that and I don't care. Man, the white man is wearing the black man's face inside his jacket. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? They do it at Colorado, because the guy that is there coaching, he's the head coach. He demanded it. He asked for it. And Rick George said, yeah, it's cool. The university, the provost, and all of the people that's on the board that has to do with the business and the alignment of all logos and everything else, guess what they said? They said, oh, for us to get him, he got to do that and do this. That's in his contract. They said, dang, man, we don't usually do this. But you know what? He's Prime. He's going to bring in a buttload of money. So why not? Let's do it. Okay, here we go. We're talking business. We're talking business. Business. If you're not tired of being a good slave, man, I'm telling you, then you'll listen to this message. Even the white people, you ain't got, some of y'all were slaves. You're a slave of your own mentality. Don't be a slave of your own mentality. Because you don't understand it doesn't mean that it doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? If you don't understand something, let somebody explain it to you. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm explaining it to you. Because you don't understand it doesn't mean that it doesn't make sense. Sometimes when somebody says something, you will ask the question, yo, what you mean by that? And then when they explain it to you, then you be like, oh, okay, I got it, my bad. I get what you're saying now. So a lot of y'all don't understand what's going on. So you're thinking, oh my goodness, it don't make no sense. He a clown. Why he doing all of that? It don't take all of that. Well, if it doesn't take all of that, then tell me why you rocking the school's letters. Tell me why you got Auburn on your back. Tell me why you got UNC caps all over your place. Tell me why your house looked like black and gold. Tell me why you got all logos all around that has nothing to do with your name, but the school's name that you haven't been to for 10 years. If it don't make sense, tell me why that is. Tell me why you got a whole house or a whole room that looks like Louis Vuitton. I'm going to repeat that one slowly. Tell me why you got a whole room in your house that looks like Louis Vuitton. That's somebody else's name. That is a whole nother man's name. Pause, nigga. Pause. Why you got a whole room with somebody else's name on it? Make it make sense to me. Harry B woke up and chose violence today. I'm going in, baby. Make it make sense to me. I'm in the bag today. I'm going. I'm telling you, y'all, like, it gotta make sense. If it don't make sense, then it can't make dollars. That's it. It gotta make sense. Y'all make it make sense to me. I mean, I don't know why it's mostly in the black community, and I'm gonna say black and white today, guys. Just forgive me. I know we try to skirt that word a lot, But I'm going to say black community today because that's the only way that I can just talk without having to find other phrases and words to say. Why I said that most of us in the black community, when it comes to business, we always side with the other guys. We make excuses for institutions like Polo, Louis Vuitton, all of these other places. But when it comes to us doing it, it's almost like it is not okay for us to do it. So what is in that cup? Ron Tate. Yo, if I'm from Africa, so look, I'm telling you, like, what is this? Dad nailed it, right? It says Dad nailed it. I'm from Africa. That's where we got coffee bean, especially in Ghana. I think Ghana has coffee bean. I can definitely sell coffee. But guess what? Our leaders are not smart enough to keep our resources, so they're giving it away to the white person, to all the white companies. And they're making billions of dollars off of our labor and our resources that God blessed us with on the continent of Africa and Europe and all of these other white countries and places. They are sending their kids to daggone private schools. Their roads are built. Their leaders are looking like they're better than all of us. And they're taking all of our resources to solidify their armies and everything else in the world. And then when the trouble comes, they can defend themselves. But Africa, we got nothing. I told you I'm going to say it today. I'm not shying away from anything today. Let's go. Boy, I'm ready today. We got to be the dumbest people on the face of the earth. We are so immature. We got to be the most immature group of people when it comes to business. We are the dumbest people, and we are so immature when it comes to being a whole group of us, because we are the one that disparage each other while those people are going to the bank. We're arguing about how we're making money, or why in the world are we making money off of some institution that has been making money off of our black labor for so long. The black kids that come here, 70% of them come here to make this football team way better. So the institution makes all of this money, and guess what happens? We continue to just roll tide. We continue to roll tide. We roll along. We get along to be we get along to get along. While they continue to send their kids to the best give the kids the best opportunities, while our community continues to look like the way that it looks, especially the HBCUs. We have no money to do anything. When it's time for investors, we look to Oprah and we look to Tyler Perry. They're the only two people with money. While all of this time, with all of the skills that God has blessed us with all of the immaculate stuff that God says, black people, you are going to occupy this part right here, okay? Don't worry about it. I'm going to give white people, good money management. I'm going to give them good money management. They're going to understand taxes. They're going to understand how to do X, Y, and Z. All right, for you guys, for you black people, for how you look so black, like Michael B. Jordan. I mean, not black like Michael B. Jordan, but you look so black, like you're really dark-skinned people. I'm gonna give you guys like sports, entertainment, and stuff like that. That's your thing. Take that and run with it. And guess what? When I come back, I'm gonna expect you to give me an account. Okay? When I come back, I'm gonna expect your group to give me an account of how you handle the gifts that I gave you. Okay? Now, if I get to the white people first, they're going to tell me, oh, Lord, thank you so much for giving us money management, leadership, and how to take care of our own people. We took care of that. Guess what? We even went to the other group and we took what they had and we made it ours, and we took all of their money. Like we killed it, Lord. We killed it. Credit scores were good. We knew how to buy houses. We knew how to do this. We knew how to do that. And they kept complaining that we were doing it. They never realized that if we're doing it, they can group together and stop us. They didn't realize that. So guess what? Lord, we killed it. He comes to the black people. Hey guys, black people, what's happening? What did you do with the skills and the talents that I gave you? I gave you sports, like, because the world is bored, so I gave you sports entertainment. What did you do with it? Here we go. Well, we got hip hop, right? We took hip hop, we sold it to some of these white dudes. They came calling, right? They was like, yo, y'all broke over there, y'all ain't got nothing. So we gave them hip hop. We gave it to him for like $1 billion. But he was like, but it was worth over 10 trillion. It was worth more than over millions of trillions of dollars. You sold it for $1 billion? Yeah, we got him, Lord. We got him real good, right? No, you didn't. Okay. What did you do with the athleticism that I gave y'all? Oh, Lord, man, we went to all these schools. Like, HBCU was whack, bro. HBCUs, they was whack. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, they had these rats in these buildings. Lord, it was whack. So we was like, nah, we're not going over there. We're going over there to their school because they can give us anything we wanted, right? We can play, But after we played, we didn't have much left. Oh, shoot. We done messed up, didn't we? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. So you just pretty much took everything I gave you and you gave it to them? Yeah, pretty much. Huh. How does that work? Whoo-wee. So let me get this right. I give you talent. I give everybody talent. I give you this. I give them this. I give the Chinese people this. I give the Asian people this. I give Spanish people this. And then I give you black people. I gave you all this. And y'all took yours and gave it to somebody else. You didn't control it. You didn't own it. No. We gave it to them. We just because they was good at management. They was good at leadership. You see their roads. If you go to any of these white countries, you see their paved roads. But Africa, man, they had like dirt roads, man. So I won't go in there. I'm hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I need a flash, bro. We hip hop, man. We were black. We're not Africans. They try to call us African Americans, but we're not Africans. So we took all our money and we just give it back to those people because they was doing it right. We didn't have no wealthy thought to think about, oh, if we getting all this money, let's go back to Africa. Let's fix Africa because as a group, if we get everything right, then maybe we can rise as a group. So God is asking, all right, black people, you darkies. I'm a darkie. I give you all this talent. I give you entertainment. I literally said, that's your thing. Sports and entertainment. I gave you that. So you gave it away. Yeah, man. Because they have better roads. They have better schools. They have better everything. It's like, well, I gave them leadership. You are supposed to glean off of what I gave other people, make it your own to promote what I gave you. That's exactly what they did. They're not smarter than you. They're not smarter than you. I gave you exactly according to what you needed and what you were supposed to do. You guys understand the 5 talents, right? That's what I'm explaining right now. When God gave the 5 talents to those people, that's exactly what I'm explaining right now. So when he comes to black people and said, man, I gave you according to your abilities and needs, and you're supposed to grow whatever I gave you, when God comes back and he starts asking us, what did we do with what he gave us? The only thing we're going to be able to say is that we gave it away to everybody else. And we let them run it. While their schools are better, while their countries, the roads are paved, we're leaving Africa to die on its own because we respect them better because we are niggas in Paris. YouTube, I don't care if you take the money. Take the $2 you're going to give me. Because we're more proud to be niggas in Paris than we are proud to be Africans in America. Somebody talk to me today. Hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. Right at the bottom of your screen, hot tips for TLP@gmail.com. And the Cash App is right there too. So if you think that I'm speaking something and you want to bless me with a little bit of money, I would appreciate it. But hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. But I'm telling you why you should play for Deion Sanders. The benefits of playing for Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders, he understands Thank you, Peter Investor. India Carter keeps saying pause. If your tips are hot, then you know what time it is. You better have money to take care of all those hot tips. Woo! Anyway, oh man. So I'm gonna tell y'all this, guys. I hope y'all remember the 5 talents that I know a lot of y'all are not Christians. Listen, I know a lot of people rather be niggas in Paris. And go ahead, YouTube, take the money today because I'm gonna talk it today. A lot of y'all rather be niggas in Paris than Africans in America or Africans anywhere. I know that. All right. There's a whole nother conversation. Oh, Africans don't love Americans and blacks and stuff like that. I'm not having that conversation. I'm telling you that at the end of the day, you're disparaging somebody who's in Coach Prime, who is literally on record telling you that in order for him to do what he had to do, he needed to leave from us because I go away to make a way, right? He literally had to step outside of our community and see how they do it so that he can make sure that we have a way in so that when we come here, we know how to do business with them. Whether you like it or not, you are not going to be able to do business just in the black community until we get our crap straight. We got to get our crap straight. So guess what? Everything that we're doing is going to have to include somebody who has done it and has done it better than us. And usually, white folks, they got it locked. And you think that you can do business without white folks? It's usually very hard to do that. I'm not saying it's impossible, so don't get me wrong. It's usually very hard to do that. And dealing with our people is going to cost you 10 years of 1 year on your life. I'm going to repeat that. Doing business with black folk only or doing business with our kind that looks like us, it's going to cost you 10 years of 1 year of your life. You will be 20-some years old. If you do business with only black people, you will be 20-some years old and looking like you're 30-some years old. You will get gray hair fast, very fast, because number one, we don't understand business. So we stress the life out of somebody who does and is trying to get our wheels churning when it comes to understanding of business. Opening on time, starting your live on time, right? Opening on time, good customer service, all of these things, having good business credit, all of these things. When you are a football player, all right, you want to go to all these other institutions that don't give a crap about you, you will win the Heisman, you will win the individual accolades, but that's all you have to show for it. When people come to your house, some odd years later, you're going to have the Heisman on a shelf in your house that you've been staying in because you cannot afford to move up because you ain't got nothing else. I'm telling you, trophies don't pay bills. Trophies don't pay bills. People get tired of coming to your house and you're still talking about your 1976 Heisman, bruh. And then you're asking them for money. You're telling them the story of your 1976 Heisman Trophy, but then in the next breath, you got us all here to raise money so that you can pay your light bill or your gas bill. But you got the Heisman Trophy, and you keep telling us about that. Well, let your Heisman Trophy help you to pay your bills. Man, I hope y'all really understanding me, man. I really hope you guys are understanding me. And and if you are white and you just tune in, or you checking to me, you're checking, this is not a racist thing. Whenever we talk about business in our community and we have to use you guys as an example, it doesn't mean I'm trying to be racist. It just means that you guys somehow, because you have like 400 some years on us and you've kept us away from the education of the things that we needed to be able to do business right, we don't understand it. So a lot of us in our community, we're disparaged. We are kept away from this information. They don't teach us that in school, but you've been learning it in your household for generations and generations. And it's time that we use you as an example to say, hey, look at the white man. All right? It's not a racial thing. I just want you to understand, I'm not a racist guy. But when you come on this channel and I'm talking to black folk, especially when we are 75% of most PWI football programs, where we are only a small percentage of the population at these white schools, and we're dominant, and we're the ones that's getting hugs and kisses, and we have to shake hands so with weird boosters and all these weird people that's around us that have nothing to do with us. They don't even have restaurants to serve soul food. We have to eat white unseasoned chickens all the whole time. I'm just using you as an example. I'm not trying to be racist, even though the unseasoned chicken was racist. I get that part. That was a joke. But if you can't laugh with me, then you can't cry with me. If you can't be with me, then you don't understand me. And if you don't understand me, then how we gonna ever get along? You're just using me to booster your football program to draw money into your institution, but you don't want me to eat with you. You're not going to invite me to your house. You don't want to invite the black coach to your meetings. When you're dining with all your white friends, will you invite me to your house? I'm talking today because I have to talk today to my folks. I'm just using it as an example. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just trying to let you know that, hey, if you're going to use me, then it's time that I use you too. But every time that I use you too, people in my community, in my black community, they say I'm acting weird or I'm a clown because I have a camera that says I want to record everything, to put everything on tape so that I can use that to make NIL deals. Because the more popular, the more light that I have, the shine that I have is going to entice other businesses to come and do a deal with me, the same deal that you guys get because you're everywhere. In every movie, there's 4 of y'all. In an ensemble movie, there's 4 of you, and there's 1 of us. And sometimes it's not even us. Sometimes it's like a Spanish dude that looks black, right? And you're trying to disguise him as black because it's like he's not really me, but he looks close enough to me. You don't want to use me. You don't want to give me the money. So in your ensemble, you put 1 color person and 4 other white people. To you, that's okay. But if you were to have 4 black people and 1 white, you will lose your nuts. And if that's racist, then think about it in the reverse. If you had 4 black people in an ensemble movie and 1 white person, you will lose all your shits. YouTube is going to take my money anyway. But I'm just trying to let you know that the reality of what we're dealing with is directly linked to how you guys use us, and then say we can't do the opposite. Understand that. We cannot do that. It's always a disparagement. And then we have people in our community, like the Jason Whitlocks, the Candace Owenses, that disparage us and say, hey, you can't do that. Why don't you just be a good slave? You see what I'm saying, white people? You see what I'm saying? Just be a good slave. Don't do that over there. Leave the white people the way that they are. Don't change their culture. They didn't ask you to change their culture. Don't go over there acting all Negro. Don't go over there acting all this and acting all that. Just be a good slave. Go along to get along. You see that, white people? That's what people in our community that looks like us tell us to do. And then when the institution is ready to get rid of us, they get rid of us. That's it. We go away with nothing. And it happens year after year after year after year after year. You think it's okay to have a white Jesus? You think it's okay to have a white Santa? You think it's okay to everything that's in history? Everything that's in history that has some type of importance connected to it is always got to be white. Even if we don't know the color, it's always got to be white. All of that is fine with you guys. But when we're raising our children and we're telling them, hey, man, you are important too. But we got to tell them about We got to tell them that while looking at you. That's okay with you, but that's not racist. That's cool. You can have everything you want, but we can't. As long as we get along, we go along to get along. If that's racist, then when are we going to ever teach ourselves to do better for our community? That's all I'm saying. Somebody got to say that kind of stuff. And if you're always hearing it in a racist tone, then that's what I'm saying. You got to check yourself too. You got to understand that. Come on, man. 4 whites, 1 black, that's okay. You're not even the majority in the world. You go to Africa, it's the same thing. We're the majority over there. Y'all got all the best businesses. You got to have it all. And that's okay with y'all. But with us, we always got to play second fiddle to everybody else. That's what I'm talking about today. With Deion Sanders, you go play for Deion Sanders, he teaches you business. Come on, man. All the white people have left the room. I see all the white people just dotted out. What we talking about, fam? I'm talking about playing for Coach Prime, the benefits of playing for Coach Prime. I'm talking business today. I'm making it make sense today. I'm making it make sense. In order for it to make sense, I got to give you some historical context. I got to give you some today's context. The second that we start talking like this, everybody wants to label us, oh my God, don't listen to that guy. He wants to infuse race into this. But it's very hard to not infuse 75% of something that is like we're the reason why some of these teams even exist. Do the math. We got to talk about it at a certain point. How would say that we own 75% of a business and our community is not benefiting from that business? Make it make sense to me. How is it that America's sport, which is football, all right? America's sport, which is football, we own 75% of that business. 75%. How is it that we own 75% of a business that we don't benefit from? I'm talking about our community. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Oh, Easy Dustin say, I appreciate your honesty. Yo, thank you, my white guy. Easy, thank you so much for being here still. You know I'm not racist, right? We gotta tell truth to power sometimes. So it's just it. We gotta teach business to us. But tell me, if you go buy a business on Wall Street, and let's just say you bought a football team, or you bought a soccer team, or you bought a sports team, and you own 75% of that business, all right? But for some odd reason, you're still living in a shack. For some odd reason, your neighborhood looks the worst, but you own 75% of that business that you just bought from Wall Street. So 75% of that business that you bought from Wall Street, the other minority owners, their neighborhoods look way better than yours. Their neighborhoods, their schools, it looks way better than yours. But you own 75% of that business. Make it make sense to me. I'll wait. Yo, hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. Come on, hit me up. Let's talk. I want a white guy to come on and talk with me. Please, if you're white, please call in. Email me right at the bottom of your screen. It says call in email. Hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. I would love to have a white guy to come on and speak with me. You keep saying pause, Indian. All right, hit me up. I want one white person to just come on here and just speak the truth. Let's talk. Let's talk the truth. We're talking about business and why you should play for Coach Prime. At the end of the day, You need to be with a man that understands the business of sport, of college sports. All right? You're stuck on, oh, he's not the best coach. He can't coach his way out of a toilet tissue, or he can't wipe his way out of a toilet tissue. He can't do this, he can't do that. But yet the young men that are playing for him, they're getting NIL deals that most regular players will not get. They're becoming household names, and after football, I'm still going to remember Jimmy Horn. Way after football, after his college career, I'm still going to remember Jimmy Horn. And if Jimmy Horn starts a business outside of football, it's going to be the Jimmy Horn business. And I'm going to still remember Jimmy Horn. So he's making a household name out of just regular players. They're getting shot and burned that no other college student is getting. But yet, that process to us is a clown show. You're doing the work of the devil. Right, wrench beater? That would be the work of the devil. For you to disparage, all right? For you to disparage somebody who's giving young black men and young white men a leg up, an opportunity to learn business, to say, use your NIL in this way. And if you come play for me, I will give you a seat at the table. I'm not just going to eat off of you. I'm not just going to make sure that the school eats off of you. I'm going to make sure you eat for yourself too. I'm going to make sure that you get a piece of this bread, because we're using you to promote this program. But guess what? It's not just going to be us eating. You're going to eat too. At the end of the day, if you are a starter, you're going to get your number. You're going to get your number put on these pads. And then if you are a beast, you're going to get your logo of your personal business, whatever you're doing. We're going to put your logo on here. I'm going to make sure you eat too. And your name is forever going to be remembered in all of college football, because everybody's going to have to say your name. You're going to be on a video every single day. And then you're going to get on documentaries in the middle of the season, or at the end of the season. You're going to get on an Amazon Prime documentary, and more people are going to get to see and hear your name again. You're going to be living the life of a celebrity even while in college. Not just the school or the coach, you too. Guys, I'm telling you, man. Hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. If you are a white guy, you want to come on and talk to me, please come talk to me, because I've been saying a whole lot of, I've been straddling that race line, and I went for it today. I even cussed a little bit, and I know I'm not going to get paid on this video already because they're going to block it, but I had to go for it, and I went for it. I made a decision. I'm going to have to repent later, but it is what it is. Okay? I usually don't use cuss words. So hypothetically speaking, if CU have another bad season, who do we blame? Doesn't matter. We'll apply whatever needs to be applied. I'm not talking about that today. I ain't talking about CU's season today. Mr. Seven. B. Slayton says, in movies, there'll be one of us, and that person gets taken out first. Oh, man. I had to go in today. My soul is free today. Whew. Wow. I ain't your regular YouTuber, guys. You're sports YouTuber. So, yeah, we're not talking about if CU loses or CU wins on the field. Like, it's going to happen. Listen, it is what it is, okay? Like Cameron and Mace, it is what it is, okay? So, nobody was doing, let me put this up. I love CC. Rest in power to your friend. Nobody was doing what Coach came in and did last year. I'm going to stop saying hate. It's pure envy, because Coach blessed by the best. Let them be mad and sad while we be glad. Love. Angela Gaines says that truth has to be told. No apologies needed. I love CC. Salute, man. Salute and power, more blessings to your friend. Cordell Russell, 6'4", 210, wide receiver, TCU, transferred to visit Boulder this week. All right, thanks for that update, Viral Authority. Thanks for that update. But yeah, so if you're, I'm just saying, like, bro, if what I'm speaking about today is the reason why so many institutions, why so many powers that be are trying to make sure that they stop Deion Sanders before he gets going. All right. That's why they got, like, you got to stop him at all costs. Because his momentum, if it gets going, the implications for HBCUs, it's going to be out of this world. The residual benefits, if Coach Prime gets going, the residual benefits is going to be out of this world. You can't let that happen. I'm telling, how many black leaders, before they got started, when they were hot, how many of them either got bought out, got sold, or got stopped, like straight up? Just stop them because they had too much power. That is way too much power for one black man to have. And we cannot let that happen. The implications are detrimental to their institutional, good old boy, hey man, this is how it's always been. The implications are the benefits are way too detrimental to their status quo. Viral Authority says, have you seen the legislation they're trying to add to the transfer portal? Man, I've already done videos on, they've been trying to do anything they can do because Coach Prime is eating right now in the transfer portal. Right now, Coach Prime, I think Athlon Sports last night tweeted something that Coach Prime is currently the number one. He has the number one class in the transfer portal. Once again, 2 years in a row. And we're not even done yet. We haven't even unleashed the defensive line yet. We haven't even told you who's coming for that defensive line. Imagine Shiloh back there, the Headache gang back there, and now he has another Shiloh who can hit just as hard as he can hit. Imagine that. Boy, I'm telling you, we know where we were lacking last year. We know the areas where we lack. That middle area of the defense and that in the trenches, we're going to address that. We're going to address that. But if you are a student coming here, please understand that we're knocking it out of the park off the field. We only got 1 year on the field where you can say, well, you're not knocking it out of the park where it really matters, right? Because when in college football, it matters on the field. It's only going to be maybe a couple of years. The impact of Coach Prime is only going to be felt. Let me just rephrase that. The impact of Coach Prime's activities off the field is only going to be replicated and felt long after he's gone. That's when you're going to start seeing people making moves to make sure that the off the field stuff is also handled, aka the business. Because now people are going to be watching channels like mine maybe a couple of years from now, and I'm going to be so big that I'm going to be pressuring and doing like maybe classes, maybe going to schools, and I'm going to have different angles of TLP sports. I'm going to have recruiting, TLP this, TLP college sports business liaison wings, and I'm going to have all of these things where I'm going to be putting pressure on the universities to make sure that they're promoting these young men the correct way. And it's not just going to be for CU, it's going to be for every college and university that exists in the system. TLP Sports Club is going to be that liaison. One day it's coming. It's coming. So when I say I'm different, I'm not just saying I'm different. Right now, you're seeing me at my lowest level. I'm just like Coach Prime. You better get me now while you can, because the time is coming where I'm going to be affecting change. where TLP Sports Club is going to affect change where it's necessary. Oh, no, you can't do that. No. Oh, 5 white guys, 4 white guys, and 1 black? No, change that. Let's equal it out. We're going to have 3 whites, 2 blacks, soft change. I'm going to be going to the universities and say, oh, no. You need to have their name on that jersey. Oh, no, we need to make sure you're promoting these kids too, because their families need help. While they're here at the university, kids are in jail. We need to have prison reform, okay? Let's make sure we put prison reform on their cliques. Some of these guys are in jail for not for a little joint. They're spending 10 years in jail for a little joint, for smoking a little joint. Yes, they made a mistake and they're trying to serve their time, but come on now, 10 years for smoking a little joint? Stop playing with me. Our community needs to start understanding the implications of our gift that God has given us. We need to start understanding the value of the gift that God has given us and stop giving away everything to the white teams and getting nothing in return. We have to start looking out for us as well. I get it. You go, you win the Heisman, you get a good NFL contract, your family is good, but your entire family, the black family, we're not good. All of us are not good. We need to start talking about prison reform, because a lot of us go to prison for for stuff that sometimes is the time given does not equal the crime. So let's start talking about that. You want me to play for you? You want me to play for your university, the PWI? Let's talk about prison reform. Let's talk about it. Prisons are usually private companies owned by an individual. So let's talk about reform. If you want me to play for you, that's on the ticket as well. Oh, you want me to play for you? Black communities with like high schools and middle schools, they don't have enough books. As a matter of fact, they don't have the correct books. So they're teaching and adjusting their curriculums because they don't have all the resources, like the neighborhood that's right outside the corner, around the corner from them, which is a white neighborhood. That's on the ticket as well. You want me to come play for you? It's going to take that too. I need that to change. Now let's go to the legislations. You want me to play for you? Let's deal with legislation too. We can't do that no more because you want me to play for you. I'm the number 1 in my class. I'm number 1 in my class. I have that power to do that. When I'm number 1 in my class and you want me to come to you, you got a friend that's in Congress. You got a friend that is in the House of Representatives. You got a friend that is in the Senate. You got a friend at the White House. Let me talk to them. Give me a seat at where they at. Let them listen to me for 5 minutes. That's on the ticket if you want me to come play for you. They know your worth, but you don't know your worth. And we are 75%. We own 75% of this business, but our neighborhoods does not reflect the 75% of this business that we own. Their neighborhoods look way better than ours. Their schools are way better, and they have better equipment, better facilities, better classrooms, better seats. I mean, the seat that we sit in can affect the way that we learn. I'm going to repeat that. The seat that these kids sit in at these high schools and these middle schools can affect the way that they learn. That's on the ticket too, because we own 75% of this sport. The reason why you should play for Coach Prime. We own 75% of this sport, but my community is not benefiting from that 75%. Why I got 75% of a $1 billion, $1 trillion company, but why am I still driving in neighborhoods where I gotta duck every time I drive through that neighborhood, where there's shooting still going on? I own 75% of this, but yet my neighborhood, my people cannot benefit from it. What are we talking about? B. Slayton says, remember the years when they wouldn't let black men be quarterback. Bruh, what we talking about? Like, somebody got to say it, bruh. How you own 75% of something you're not benefiting from? How? Make it make sense to me. Y'all make it make sense to me. It's unfortunate that I'm not going to get paid for this video because I went and started using foul language. I did it. I tell people not to use foul language, but I went and used foul language. Oh, I'm so stupid. But make it make sense to me. Why Deion Sanders is a clown for trying to make sure that he gets a piece of the pie and the kids that he's actually helping to make sure that they get a piece of the pie. Last night we asked the question, somebody asked the question, how many losing seasons does Coach Prime have to go through before he gets fired? And my argument was he's not going to get fired because there's no way Coach Prime goes through losing seasons. Y'all, man, what up with you? JPJ says we don't own. We are consumers and employees. How we own 75% of something that we are just employees of? We own it. We own 75% of football. In college football, it's probably bigger than that. And in the NFL, it's about 75%. Maybe 72 to 75% we own. And this is America's sport. This is like $1 billion sport. So, come on, guys. My email is right at the bottom of the screen. Somebody come on here. Somebody come on here. We have 75% ownership, but we are 100%. We are one. Okay, Timothy, I'm about to bring you on. It's been 116. Oh, man, you asked a long time ago, and I'm just getting this. Sorry. We have 75% ownership, but we're acting like 100% employees. It's sad. It is really sad. I can't sit around and take this anymore. I can't. How is it that we are the ones disparaging the guy that's trying to make sure that we get a low piece of the pie? How? Make that make sense to me. How are we the one disparaging the one guy, the one person in all of college football? Deion Sanders is the only person in college football that I have witnessed in recent centuries. Not even like ever. I don't remember anybody being like this vocal and this open about the business of the sport, exposing behind the scenes. And guess what? The fact he couldn't do it at Jackson State because Jackson State doesn't have this stage where everything is done, is put out into the regular media. Jackson State football was more like, and I'm not disparaging Jackson State, but Jackson State football was more like the games that the Pac-12 games that we watched. You remember the Pac-12 games? We had to go find the game somewhere. We had to find it somewhere. Online, on YouTube, or whatever. So Jackson State games were not national TV. Coach Prime, Deion Sanders and his Colorado Buffs, they played more nationally televised games this year than they did with 2 or 3 years at Jackson State, where you can just see the game regular on regular TV. Somebody make it make sense to me. Hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. Man, if there's a white guy out there that can come on and just talk about some of this stuff with me, that'll be so beautiful. There's nothing better than drama, TV drama. We're talking about why you should play for Coach Prime, the benefits of playing for Coach Prime. I'm telling you, man. Listen. What? Okay. I'm telling you this. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and hit that like button so that we can get this. The algorithm is pushing the videos. We've been pushing this video. I've been on fire for a little bit now, and we've been pushing the video out there, and it's getting to the algorithm is pushing it. But I need some of y'all, if you can, to push the video to the algorithm by just hitting that like button. I appreciate it. Thank you. So listen, I'm gonna have somebody come onto the show, Timothy. If you're still here, I just sent you the invitation. So whenever you're ready, just go ahead and hit the link, and you can come on and talk with me. All right. Okay. So now, when I'm in my bag, I don't look down on that email. So here it goes. College sports is one of the okay. Let me just say college football. College football is one of the biggest money draws in sports. I'm telling you, college football draws a lot of money. But for some reason, we're not benefiting from it. We're not benefiting. When are we going to start benefiting? Like, do you think black people can take back hip hop? We don't benefit from anything we start. Anything that we are the majority in, we don't benefit from it. I mean, when I say we don't benefit from it, I mean our community doesn't benefit. How is it that God gave us hip hop? Hip hop that beat out rock and roll. I don't know how long you've been alive, but rock and roll was rocking for a minute in the United States of America. And then it infiltrated into Europe and other places. And it was like it was a whirlwind. It was a storm, rock and roll. It was so big, like the businesses, the money was in rock and roll. Then out of nowhere came this thing called hip hop. It was being disparaged. What is that thuggish thing? What is that gang banging? What is that? What is that noise? That noise then took over rock and roll. God gave us a gift out of our pain, from our struggles and from our pain. God gave us a gift and says, here, take that, take that, take that. What did we do with our gift? We wrapped it up in a nice little bow, Christmas presents, and we gave it away. We said, here, take it. You know how to manage this better than I do, so take it. We gave it away, and we don't benefit from hip-hop anymore. Now we got podcasts. Like, for the love of life, man. Like, come on, bro. I ain't hating on nobody, but for you to own a $1 billion, let's say $1 trillion, I don't know how much hip-hop is worth now. For you to own a $1 trillion piece of property, the black community, for you to own a $1 trillion piece of property, give it away, and you don't benefit from it. Who do you got to blame? Who are we going to blame for everything we start? Everything that we are dominant in, who do we blame for not using that thing to benefit our communities? Who do we blame for that? We blame us because we don't understand the business. So we give hip hop away. And then we got football, which we're talking about today. Look at every position. The linemen, the wide receivers, the cornerbacks, now the quarterbacks, now the coaches, which used to be all white, now the coaches. Like, my finger, I have no more fingers left. I got to go to this other hand. Okay? We don't really play soccer, so we don't kick. All right? But the safeties, the linebackers, like, I'm going to run out of fingers. We run the sport. And how can we own that sport, 75% of that sport, and our communities don't benefit from it? Every year, look at who's drafted in the NFL. Just look at how many people that are of black skin, colored folk, that are drafted in the NFL draft. You're sprinkling a few white guys. but it's majority us. We dominate. We're all color folks that's being drafted into the NFL, which is America's sport, the most dominant sport in America, besides maybe baseball, I think. Right, and then maybe like NASCAR. But check the records. And then I think basketball is in there, maybe number, it's in there somewhere. But it's not basketball. It's football. Football is America's sport. Check the records. Check Google. I'm telling you, we own 75% of that. But with the ownership of 75%, we don't benefit in our community. Why is that? So you're telling me that, like, I don't understand it. All right, I've been talking a long time. Let me just bring my guy Timothy on. He just joined us, and maybe he can make sense of some of this stuff that I'm talking about, and he can give me a break from talking. All right, Timothy. Yo, welcome to TLP Sports Live at noon. What up with you? How you doing today?
What's up?
Hey man, what's going on? Your audio is not coming in
Hey,
clear.
nothing much. I'm laughing
Oh, there
at
you
you.
go.
It's not coming in clear.
No, you good
Can you
now.
hear
Go
me?
ahead. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, you hit on a really, uh, a lot of facts, about business and the African American community and how we operate, or just how we look at, uh, business in general. Um, but when you was talking about the HBCUs, and why a lot of the kids are not going to those schools. Well, I guess coming from a HBCU, uh, the you have a lot of things that go on behind the scene where you have like faculty that be taking money. They want to shine. Uh, they want to use that money for like their personal checkbook, or we all know that the sports like football teams, if you got a good football program, they make up majority of the money, bring in majority of the money for the school. But at a HBCU, like kind of like Jackson State, they are drawing in all this money, right? But instead of he want to put the money back into the football program so they can get better equipment, etc., or whatever it has to do with the football program. Well, they want to take that money and they want to disperse it to the band and other programs as well. So now you're taking away from the football program. But and that's just like from a business standpoint. Well, from HBCU, a lot of people go to see the bands, not so much the football teams. But when you get to more of a D1 school, like your Alabama, Florida States, Miami, etc., Colorado. The reason that the HBCUs kids don't go to the HBCUs and they go to these D1 schools is because of exposure. They are auditioning for the NFL on Saturdays. They're not going to get that exposure at a HBCU.
But
Yeah, they
why is that? I'm talking about the
who
business aspect.
controls who controls uh the the spotlight on Saturdays? Which major networks? ABC,
All right, so let me say this, and
Fox.
then you can take the mic back. Hold on, let me say
Go
this.
ahead.
What you're describing are symptoms of a bigger problem. The symptoms is what you're describing. What the bigger issue is how we do business within our communities. So the symptoms, the things that are going to come out of our lack of business acumen,
Hmm.
understanding how to lead, understanding the reason why Africa as a whole has become a third world nation. When during Jesus's time, people used to go to Africa for when there was a famine, when Egypt and the pharaohs were leaders, and we were the place to go to when Jesus ran, when King Harold was chasing Jesus. Jesus ran to Africa. He went to Africa to hide out. When Africa used to be the leader of the world, right? And then now in modern days, it's a flip where now we are the third world, where people are not running to us, they're running away from us, and they're telling us jokes like, go back to Africa. When Jesus went to Africa, they're telling us now, there's no way, go back to Africa, now it's a joke. But back in the day, it used to be something that was like, oh my gosh, you run to Africa, not run away from Africa. So how did we turn it around to where now people are saying people rather have a shirt that says ninjas in Paris than they would say Africa on it? Why we now have turned that around to where now Africa is the worst place? Because of how we lead in our leadership in our businesses. I know that there are other things that goes into that, but the symptoms that you're describing are only symptomatic of the bigger issue that we're talking about, which has to do a lot with leadership and how we take care of our own. So I know that, we take money. I know that, we do this, but there's a bigger issue here. We need to deal with business. We need to deal with credit. We need to understand credit, business, and other things that we're doing. And then these kids will come. We got to take care of our business at home, and then these kids will come. But ain't nobody going to nowhere where there's not business, it's not being handled correctly. Go ahead, take it from there. If you're talking, the audio is not being heard. I think the phone or whatever you're using it's not coming through. Jesus was already in Africa? No, he wasn't. Jesus was in Asia. He was in Asia, and then when he got chased, he went to Africa. He ran to Africa. Yeah, he ran to Africa. I mean, it's in the Bible. Tim, you still there? If you're talking, I can't hear you. Maybe log off and log back in. It might work then. So Tim, log off and log back in and come. But yeah, I'm talking about the fact. I know that there's a lot of things, and we can keep blaming people and say, "Oh no, when they came to get us, we had spears and they had guns and blah 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 blah." Listen, man, it comes a time where we gotta, as a group. You never heard of what? Big Tiger said, "I never heard of that." Never heard of what? Anyway, so listen, it comes a time where we gotta stop blaming other folks, and we have to start handling business. There was a lot of atrocities that have been taking place against us. But at a certain point, we as a community, we have to start saying, okay, fine. You know what? These atrocities, they're not going to take us under. We're good with that. Y'all fine. We're going to take care of us, though. And I'll say this. We have the projects here in America. In Africa, there's also the projects. For some reason, the projects back home are a really good place to live. I didn't even know they were called projects because they were better than some of the other places to live. And it's because of the people that are in the projects back home that take care of the place. The people in the projects in Liberia, I did not know that those were the projects. In Liberia, they called it the estates. The estates were probably something that was started from people who came from America, who knew about the projects that was in America. So they said, in order for us to get something for poor people, let's start something called the estates. So they called it the estates back home. So your projects here, like Staten Island or Greensboro, all right, Brooklyn, the projects that are around there, the same thing we have it back home in the estates. If you live in the estates back home, some of the cleanest place to live, best neighborhoods to be in the estates. because the people, they were proud to have a place that they can call their own, and they took care of it. But something happens differently here. In the projects, the hallways are pissy. People piss in the elevators. The pee all over the floors. When they're so drunk and they're going and they can't get to their apartment, they come from the club and they're so drunk they can't make it to the apartment. They take their wee wee out and they pee in the elevator, or they'll pull their pants down and they will doodle right there. Baby diapers are all over the place sometimes. This is not in African disparaging black neighborhoods. This is a black guy that has lived in the projects so many times in his life. So I'm not some African or somebody who's not from here making black people look bad. I'm telling you my experience, my personal experience, living in the projects here in America, and then also living in the projects in Liberia. The projects back home are totally different. Why? Because the people that are occupying the space. Hey Tim, just come on when you're ready, man. The people that occupy the space, the projects, those people have to take it personal. Just like when I say the O line. Whatever you do, you gotta take it personal. I live here, so I'm gonna sweep the halls. I'm not gonna wait for the janitorial staff to do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bring alcohol and I'm gonna spray it in the elevator, and I'm gonna sweep here. It doesn't matter how long they do it. I'm gonna keep doing it every day. Somebody gotta do that. I'm gonna wash these floors with alcohol. I'm just gonna do it. My family, we're gonna come out here every weekend and we're gonna sweep the neighborhood. We're gonna adopt our neighborhood and we're gonna do that. It's mostly black people that live in those projects. It's mostly color folks. Sometimes the Hispanics and the black folks. We live in those projects. There's only like one or three white people that live amongst us in the projects. All right, they live in like apartment 3C. The white people live in like apartment like 3C or some, but they're sprinkled amongst us. All right. Now, if you're a white person living in the projects, you got to be really, really poor. Oh, you forgot that you knew how to do credit. I'm joking, but still. But yeah, I'm saying like it's our neighborhood. It's where we live. So all of us, our mentality got to be like, hey man, let's take care of this. But one thing that I noticed is that for some odd reason, people are not as serious about their neighborhood as it is in Africa. Like, people are not that serious. Like, take it like deadly serious, like all of us together. And I don't know why. I don't know why. We don't take our neighborhood as serious. We think it's just something like, oh, we here, they put us here, and we're going to wreck it. You're poor. You don't have anything else. So take care of what you got. It's a blessing from God. Take it like that and do it unto God. I'm going to repeat that. Do everything you do unto God. God, I'm poor. I don't have much. And I applied to be here in this neighborhood. But I'm going to take care of this neighborhood and this place that you have put me in. And I'm going to do it unto you. I'm going to take care of this neighborhood. I know it's not the best place and the safest place to live, but this is all I can afford right now. And I'm going to take care of it as unto you. That's all of us, not just one or two people. Not just one or two people. All of us got to do that. And treat it like it's our place. And you will see projects across the United States. You will see them all change. But why we don't do that? Because we're not looking at it as it's our own. Only the drug dealers and the pimps, they own the neighborhood. This is their block. But they don't want to take care of it and hold everybody accountable in that neighborhood to clean their block. They just own it because they want to do business and exploit the people that are on that block. That's how they want to do it. So I own the neighborhood. I claim it's my neighborhood, but I don't care that it smells like crap and there's piss everywhere. But it's my neighborhood because I want to exploit the people. I want to be the only one exploiting the people in this neighborhood and sell them dope and drugs. but it's my block. Where they do that at? What we talking about? We talking business. Viral Authority says we are under a curse. Read the good book. Hey, Tim, you still here, man? Listen, when the Jewish people were under a curse in 1 Samuel, when they were under the curse, the Levi's kids, Levi was the elder who the people were going to. He was the prophet of God, who was the keeper of the Ark of the Covenant. So where the Ark of the Covenant lived, he was the guy that was there keeping that, he was the gatekeeper. So the people had to go to him. When we didn't have the opportunity to pray to God for ourselves, Levi was the one that was the Ark, the keeper. And his sons started taking all of the sacrifices, the meat sacrifices, and they started eating the best part of the sacrifices, and they got a curse on them. And God killed his whole family. But to change that curse, somebody had to be the one to take the opportunity and apologize to God and want to be the one to do the right thing. So we have the opportunity to say, hey, we got a curse on our community. If we have a curse on us, then it's got to be us as a group to say, let's get it right. Let's start to do right in the eyes of God and say, God, we sorry for whatever curse that we brought upon ourselves, but can we change? Can we redeem ourselves in your eye? Give us something to do. So Samuel, all right, Samuel was the son of a woman who was barren, but she prayed to God to give her a son. She was being made fun of by Hannah. All right? They were married to one man. Both of them were married to one man. She was being made fun of because she was barren. So she went to Levi one day and she prayed. And Levi thought she was drunk because she was praying without her mouth being seen. So Levi was like, what are you doing? Stop drinking. It's like noon. Why you drink? Why you drunk? She said, no, I'm praying. She prayed for a son, Samuel, who then was the redemption for the people, for the Jewish people. She said, God, if I'm a barren and I keep getting laughed at, people are making fun of me. Does that sound like black people? We don't know business. People are taking advantage of us. So I'm praying for a son that I'm going to then rededicate back to you, and he'll be yours for as long as he lives. God, if you do this for me, I will give you that son back. So God said, all right, cool. I'll give you Samuel. Bada boom, bada bang. Samuel came and boom. She took Samuel and gave him to Levi and say, I dedicate him back to God because that's what I asked for. I named him Samuel because I asked God for him. So that's his name. Samuel became the redeemer of the Jewish people. When Levi's kids had wronged God, so they were able to take the Philistines, and beat them. That's how they got back into the good graces of God. I'm telling that story because if you say that we have a curse as black people upon us, then we got to have our own Samuel. Somebody has to be our Samuel, or somebody has to be the mother who prays to God and said, please give me a son. Give me somebody who could deliver us from this evil so that we can get back into the good graces of God, so that Africa can be a land again where people can go to, where we have a community that is flourishing again. We know business and people are not taking advantage of us, where we can have movies where we have superheroes and it's not all white guys, where we can be a superpower again, where people cannot just kill us on the streets and we have no representative, where police officers can't just kill a black person and get away with it because we have no representative, where important people in our community can get arrested and there's no repercussion. There's nothing for them. Somebody has to be our Samuel. Who is willing to say that prayer? Who's willing to dedicate their child to God for his service to redeem us if we have a curse on us? Who's willing to do that? We need somebody to be able to say, God, we're sorry. Forgive us for our past sins. Whatever we did, here we are. All of the non-church people just disappeared. But here we are, God. Forgive us for whatever we did. We don't even know what we did. But here's our Samuel. Help us to get back into your good graces. And it's not Coach Prime. Let's just get that right. Coach Prime is not our Samuel, okay? He is by far our Samuel. But we need a Samuel. Somebody who's going to redeem us. Jesus Christ was our first redeemer, but Samuel was the redeemer of the Jewish people. We need a Samuel then. I'm too undisciplined to be a Samuel. So God, but please, well, we need business acumen. We need to understand why is it that we keep getting taken advantage of every single time. And God has given us all these talents, all these abilities. All right. But yet our community and our where we live as a group of people, we are the most taken advantage of people on the face of the earth. Africa, with all of its resources, the thing that you use to make cell phones, the thing that you use to make this cell phone right here, it's in Africa. Coffee, the coffee bean, cocoa bean, where you make chocolate, Starbucks, the things that Americans cannot live without, it's in Africa. Half of the world's resources that you get are imported from Africa. How is it that we don't have paved roads? Only a few handful of countries in Africa have paved roads and good leadership. How? Make it make sense to me. How is it that we're in the United States where we made peanut butter and our communities are not together? We freaking made the red light. We are responsible for the traffic light. We are responsible for the traffic light and peanut butter. Are y'all hearing me out there? We're responsible for the traffic light and peanut butter. And our communities are not benefiting for nothing. How? Explain it to me. Make it make sense. You still there, Timothy? Timothy is out. Make it make sense to me. Hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. Go ahead and email me. Email me if you want to come on the show. I would love for a white person to come on and talk to me about some of these things, some of our woes. Please come on, guys. And yes, we are still talking about Coach Prime. Yes, we are still talking about why you should play for Coach Prime. The reason why you should play for Coach Prime is because he gets it. Because he understands the business of the sport. It's a game. There's one being played on the field, and there's another one being played off the field. And if you understand both aspects of that, you can win on and off. He didn't win on in 2023. He definitely dominated off. That's why he became Sports Person of the Year. And now he's actually recruiting, filling the holes where he was lacking in the trenches. On the offensive line, he already exposed a lot of things. He gave us a lot of offensive linemen already, and the defense is coming so that he can win on. Now he starts winning on and off. The implications for the black community is going to tick up just a little bit more. And it behooves you, if you are an elite player, to go play for him. And what's happening is that you are allowing the same thing that happens in our community, the same reason why business doesn't happen in our community. You are buying into the propaganda, because what they do, they create shell accounts. They create minions, distraction, to disparage the person that's going to make us look good. That's exactly what they're doing, and you're buying in it. A lot of y'all are the catalyst of buying into it, calling this man all kinds of names. Because when you say he's a clown, it's a clown show over there. Some of these high-level recruits, they buy into that. Their parents and their moms and dads, they listen to you. But what you're doing is you don't even realize that you're doing exactly what they want you to do. You're playing into their game, into their propaganda game. Your criticism is not even constructive. It's straight up trolling. So you trolling us out of billions and billions of dollars for our neighborhood. You think you're just trolling to just be ha ha he he, but your trolling is costing us a lot of money, because each high-level recruits that leave us, it's another opportunity for us to put a winning product on the field. Yeah, we can say, oh, we're going to replace that guy, but what if we had gotten that guy? What if we had gotten that guy? What if he goes somewhere else and gets 1,000 yards? That's our 1,000 yards. He could have given us 1,000 yards. What if they go somewhere else and get 500 yards? 5 touchdowns. That's our 500 yards, 5 touchdowns that you just told to go away. Because it's a clown show over here. I'm in the house today. I'm preaching. Tanya K. Newman says, you on one today. I mean, let's be real. Yo, Tim, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good, man.
But no, I wanted to get back to what you was talking about. You talking about business, but you touching on business aspects in a lot of different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to follow you, but I'm
Okay.
trying to stick to one thing, one at a time.
All right.
Uh, as far as your question about business, I hear you talk about business, and I'm trying to see, does are you talking about business when it comes to Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffs, or are you talking about business as far as African American wealth? Which one are you talking about? Or are you talking about both and combining them together?
I'm okay. So the title of the show is why players should play for Coach Prime,
Right.
and the idea of the show today is talking about why Coach Prime is the best place for most black players to come, or
Hmm.
even not just black players, but players who understand the business aspect of football,
Right.
and want to have that coaching and that leadership that teaches you how to maximize your potential and your
Hmm.
name, image, and your likeness. That's the idea of the show. But
Correct.
obviously, when I start to talk, I'm using analogies and I'm using
Okay.
other things to combine to make it
Hmm.
make sense.
Right.
The setup was the fact that we own 75% of the sport
Correct.
as black people. But for
Now,
some
when you
reason,
say own 75%, help me make sense of that. Because when you say own,
mhm,
uh, that means that you're profiting. Yes. When I mean profiting, you're collecting majority of the proceeds.
Okay.
So when you use that word profiting, like you
Not
own.
not profiting, but we own.
Yeah, I feel like we're 75% majority in a billion or more dollar industry.
When you said majority, that's what I'm talking about.
Right,
You can't be
but
majority and not own. If Michael Jordan is the majority in Charlotte, he owns
mhm,
75%. You're the majority owner.
right, but that's money that he invested into that. That's what I'm saying. Like that's money that's invested.
We're investing our bodies. We're investing
That's
our
not
we're investing bodies. We're investing our brains.
you invest in your time.
Right.
Right. You invest the time, you sacrificing
Talent,
your.
skill. We invested.
That's why I said
We're
earlier
giving
that
ourselves.
you are. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me explain it, and then you can have the mic. So
Hmm.
what I mean by ownership is like you bought we 75% of college football, black people have talent in the areas that are most important. We're now it never used to be black quarterbacks, but now we have the quarterback position too because we're more agile than the white quarterbacks. We move around a little bit more, and now we got the arm strength. And they didn't think that we were smart enough to play the position, but now we got that too. And Coach Prime is trying to flip the coaching part too. He's trying to
Hmm.
flip it, and they don't want to let that go easy. But when I say 75% of ownership, I mean like the majority of the sport is color folks that are running the sport as part as with our bodies. So we
Hmm.
investing our bodies, we're investing our talent, and
Hmm.
75% of us are the ones that are in the position. So we own 75% of that. But what we don't own are the benefits, the financial benefits for our neighborhoods. So we don't know how to use the power that we have as 75% majority owners of this sport. We're not even benefiting from that with our neighborhoods and what we see around us. The
Hmm.
minority owners are the ones benefiting from the sport because they are in leadership positions that we are not in. That's what I mean. But go ahead.
Right. So I would say uh, a lack of knowledge, uh, business knowledge. That's why you know, the communities aren't benefiting from it. But as far as sending your child to Coach Prime, I think you're spot on. From the marketing, branding aspect of it. Um, but and as well as business, you know, yes, like you said earlier, number one thing of going to school is to get an education
Mm-hmm.
because that's something that they can't take away from you.
Absolutely.
And not only that, if like say for instance, Coach Prime is going into the hood to recruit a child out the projects, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why is it good for that child to go? Because of all the things that you didn't touched on already. I don't
Mm-hmm.
need to repeat it. Uh, but you also have, say, Oregon recruiting that same child. They willing to throw $1 million at them. Say, for instance, Colorado ain't willing to do that, but they both after this talented player. Um, and if the parent does not have a business mindset,
Mm-hmm.
um, then the child will go over to Oregon. The parents will say, you know what, hey, take that $1 million. You know what we can do? We can do with $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing the child is thinking about is, okay, I could take my mom out of this situation. I can remove her from this situation. But he's not. They kids nowadays look at the now.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look at the end result. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm making sense, they're
Yeah.
not looking at the end result. And like I said earlier, when you come to college, you just auditioning. You auditioning for the NFL. If you have a mindset of going to that next level, which is to play in the National Football League, then coming to Dion, you're gonna have everything that you need before you even get to the NFL, which is versus somebody who may want to go to an Alabama. They're not teaching that over there. Or
Right.
LSU. I can speak for LSU because I went there for a little while. So they don't teach that there.
Nobody's teaching.
Right.
No,
Nobody.
no coach is putting the students first.
Mhm.
Their NIL well being. No school or
Mhm.
no coach is putting that first at all.
Right.
None.
So okay, I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna ask you this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that child is trying to come out of the projects, and the parent doesn't have any knowledge about business.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing they know is 9 to 5. But I'm gonna take you back a little bit to back in time where uh our grandparents, when we grew up, we was only taught to what? Save your money and budget. They'll give you a register and tell you, hey, honey, you need to make sure that you write down everything that you spend. But they're not teaching you the credit side of the house and the investments and putting your money in the right place that's gonna benefit you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not teaching that, and that's why I say lack of knowledge and people not willing to pick up a book and read it. They so quick to take what somebody else has told them. It was a point to where we weren't able to read books,
That's right.
right? So everything is in a book now, but technology, the hell, they don't even want to pick up the book. They rather retain their information from somebody else or what their thoughts are.
But that's
So
uh,
that's gonna forever keep us in the back.
but to speak on the idea that you talked about for the kids from the hood.
Hmm.
If the parents don't know, that's why I made the show the way that I made it today. If
Hmm.
you are a parent that has a child that's making a choice to go to a specific school, right? You're listening to the noise and you're not understanding that there's a separate side to this. There's another side to this. It's like I'll make this example. I'll give you this example. You get a child that's not used to having much,
Hmm.
and you say, "Hey," you wave in front of them, and let's say they're good at rapping or good at singing, and then they go to a specific record label that's gonna give them a contract, and they say, "Okay, I'm gonna give you $1 million." The business side of that $1 million, they're not gonna understand that $1 million has implications. How many records you have to sell, what you have to do to earn that $1 million, but then that entire $1 million, some of that $1 million is gonna go to the promotions of that record. They're gonna divide it, and then at the end, you're only getting like $50,000 or whatever, right? You don't, but they don't
Hmm.
understand that side of the business. So they look at the $1 million and they take that $1 million and say, okay, I'm gonna run with that $1 million. But that's it, that's all you're getting. Just that $1 million just to come to me, and I'm gonna put you on the shelf, and you're just gonna do what I asked you to do. That's the idea of playing for the Oregon, and then saying, okay, I got the $1 million, let me go play for them. If
Hmm.
if you're not a star at Oregon, or let's just say you just do your job, people will
Hmm.
hear about you. The difference between taking a man and go playing for Oregon and going to Coach Prime is the fact that you come to Coach Prime and you are a Jordan Seaton. Guess what? You just earn money on top of that $1 million
Correct.
because we just put you on a platform where you dominated the entire day, right?
Hmm.
You dominated the whole sports news cycle for one entire day. So your $1 million, you just flipped that.
Right.
That would be the difference with playing for Coach Prime. So
Right.
now your $1 million is worth probably $4 million now
Right.
because of
Versus going to Oregon, where you're
first
gonna
is
be
going to Oregon
the candy girl new edition.
where right? So you take the $1 million, you get your $1 million. But now you come to Coach Prime and now you get a whole slew of media, new media. TLP Sports Club is called new media. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get Skip Bayless, you get the old media. They're gonna
Mm-hmm.
put you on, but the new media, we're making videos where the majority of the people where they come to get their news to
Mm-hmm.
YouTube. This is where
Right.
you get most of your news. When you wake
Mm-hmm.
up in the morning, you go to YouTube first.
Right.
Ain't nobody turning on their TVs anymore. People are
Right.
picking up their phones.
Right.
So you're getting a TLP making a video. You're getting a
Right.
Big Dog Chico making a video.
Mm-hmm.
Prime Time to College Sports making a video.
Right.
Alpine Garage Sports making a video.
Right.
And then name your favorite other YouTubers.
It's a bunch of them. Everybody's talking about Colorado.
So that's what I'm saying. So you get a slew of new media that's going to send you into the stratosphere where
Mhm.
everybody, all the high school students, the middle school students are now going to know your name, and you ain't played a darn down for the university.
Right, and a lot of people didn't even know anything about a Jordan Seaton. A lot of people don't even know
Right.
where IMG Academy is at.
But now, because when people like myself do that, and then I might do a video and tell you, oh, IMG, where they're located. That when I do it, now you got the information.
Right.
People come here and they learn more about Colorado, a white place where there's only like 3% black or 1% black. Now they're getting all of that information off of videos that I'm making or other people are making.
Right. And
The
I want to
benefits. That's the benefit of playing for a Coach Prime because he comes with all of this.
exactly. And I just want to say this one thing, and I'm done.
All right.
And what you just talking about, Travis Hunter, in my view, is a prime example of that because I don't know if he owned that his house in Colorado, but you know the way that he's taking his money and how he's responsible with his finances. All if he trusted Prime to go to a Jackson State, I'm pretty sure he trusting him in the financial aspect of it as well. So he probably may be saying, hey, you know, you get this house, yeah, we in Boulder, but let me show you how this house can work for you when you go to the National Football League. Keep that house, don't sell it.
Don't sell it.
We in a college town. You know, when we have more
you
big games in here, hey, you
quickly,
can sell this
you own
for
a house in Boulder. Real quick. You own a house in Boulder. Your valuation is at $1 million just to start. Just a basic house in Boulder. I got that
exactly.
information.
Okay.
Basic house in Boulder.
Okay.
$1 million. $1 million.
Okay, so you don't sell, and I'm talking right now. I'm talking business, business line, because I own my own business. So I'm just talking business real quick. He keep that house. The benefit of going to a Coach Prime. Hey, Travis, you keep that house. You don't sell it. You're gonna go to the National Football League. You may be #1 overall. Just assuming, you know, as soon as you sign your name on dotted line, if you pick #1, bam, that's 40 million right off the top. You know, but you keep this house for generational wealth outside of once you do retire, you still got this house in this college town. Every time we have a big game or every time we have a home game, hey man, you can rent that out for $1,500 to $3,000 a
Right there in
night.
Boulder. Right there in Boulder.
Right there in Boulder. And Tiki Barber is a prime example as well. Marshawn Lynch, a good prime example. Even though they didn't go to Colorado, but they were smart with their money. But that's just my little take on it, man.
Well, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate you, man.
100.
All right, take care. So I'll add my own little story to that. I was living on Saratoga Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. Saratoga, and for those of you who know New York real estate around the world, New York real estate is the percentage is high. New York real estate would never like it's you make money off of New York real estate. So the Brooklyn Nets, where I was living on Saratoga and Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. All right. I was living in a 3-story building and was owned by a young black woman. Okay. This young black woman owned this, and I was like very proud of her. And she was very handy. When we had situation with mice, she would come in there and she would fix, she would plug up the hose. And like anytime we did something or we needed something, she would be the one to fix it. She owned the building, 3-story building. And down the street, like for the Brooklyn Nets, the Barclays Center was 10 minutes down the road. So everything that was coming up to us, where the Brooklyn Nets, and they were, they're starting to put right there in the center of Brooklyn, right? The Brooklyn Nets, 10 minutes, we go straight down on Atlantic Avenue. You get to the Brooklyn Nets Coliseum. It's right there. Like you get there, you get to Barclays Center. So I watched this young woman own this business. Now she got into a situation where her dad, like something was going on with her dad, and she had to sell. She only sold this building for like $998,000, $900 and something thousand to this Jewish guy, who's like, me and him are pretty cool because we had it out. We only became cool when I started to buck at him. Certain things, like the way he tried to talk to me, I said, "Oh, nah, brethren." And for some odd reason, we became friends in the end. I don't know how that happened because I would think he would hate my guts. This dude, we became so much friends that he literally paid for me to leave his building, and because he wanted to do some other things with it, and he helped me to leave. So, but it was like he bought this building. So we were just talking about generational wealth. You're 10 minutes away from Barclays Center. You own a building that's the valuation is over $1 million, and it's a 3-story apartment building. The Barclays Center, I'm going to remind y'all, is 10 minutes down the road. You're driving straight down Atlantic Avenue, and then on the left-hand side, the Barclays Center is right there. All right? And then you have the shopping centers. If anybody knows about New York, that's where the Barclays Center is. That's where you play your Islanders hockey games and stuff like that. But that's the Barclays Center right there. I can take my scooter and I can scoot down to the Barclays Center. That's how close it was to this 3-story building that this young black woman owned. So I don't know her situation and I can't disparage her, but I'm thinking like, well, dang, if whatever happened to your dad, I know you had to leave to go take care of him or whatever, but imagine keeping that because a couple of years from now when the Barclays Center, like let's say golf, like they win a championship, everybody and their mama want to be in New York when things are going on in New York. You own a 3-story apartment building that is 10 minutes from down the street. My goodness, the amount of money that you could have made. But for some reason, like she had to sell, and I understand it. Just imagine if we don't have to always sell our pieces. If we can think about the long-term value of what we own. If you are a 5+ star coming to play for a Coach Prime who understands your value and is willing to put you on display and double or quadruple your value on me in media, because you can be worth this, a 5-star. You can go to a Georgia, you can go to another program where you are another number, where if you just do good, you'll get into the NFL. But is that your entire worth? No. That is not your entire worth. You see what I'm saying? That is not your entire worth. To play for a good team and then go to the NFL, if you were good, that was going to happen to you anyway. You didn't know that. If you're good, that's supposed to happen to you anyway. You become a good business person when you take what you are, when you take who you are and you double it or you flip it. That's when you're a good business person. You got to flip your value. Everybody and their mama know Jordan Seaton now. Jordan Seaton can now take his name, and his name is already up there. So that's what I'm talking about. Ownership has to do with understanding the value of whatever product you have, holding on to it, and maximizing whatever potential that comes with it. TLP Sports Club is a brand in the sports talk industry on new media, which is YouTube, and I'm building it. In a few years, what it's going to look like, it ain't going to be just this. Now I'm going to have power to be able to affect change in the space that I'm in. So the vision is already written. It's there. It's plain and it's clear for me. I know what I'm going to be able to do. Provide scholarships for players. Do summer programs. Be able to provide opportunities for my neighborhoods, for my community. But I'm here now. You're watching me in real time build it up. And some of y'all are going to say, I don't know anything about football. It's ha-ha, he for right now. You can disparage me all you want. That's great. That's fine. That's what you're supposed to do to help me to grow. God literally sent you to help, to send you to say what you're going to say, to take what I'm doing seriously, stay on my game, so that the vision that I have for tomorrow can come through. Because if I'm not challenged today, if somebody doesn't make fun of me today, if I don't learn how to deal with different personalities today, if I don't learn how to not argue with people when they disagree with me, but to understand where they're coming from, then whatever's coming tomorrow, I will not be able to handle. That's called growth. It's called understanding your path and your vision. Coach Prime is going through the same thing. And even worse, I'm just on a small level. He's dealing with it on a whole bigger level than I am. But everything that comes, haters, detractors, people telling me I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know anything about football. They're just coming here for comedy because I'm funny, but they don't come here for football acumens because I don't know anything about football. All of those things are to help me to stay locked in. And thank you, Harold. Thank you so much for that. Because you lighten up a fire under me to keep me going. Business. Locking in on the business. shoot the yo, he said TLP the live preacher. So I'm telling you, if you play for Coach Prime, the benefits of you playing at Colorado, they far outweigh the benefits of playing for a ready-made team. I'm telling you. Go play for the Georgias. It's sexy. You can always attach your name to a Georgia, an Alabama, a Tennessee, a Florida State. You can always attach your name to one of these Power 5 schools or one of these universities that are already a machine. That is going to benefit you in the present, in the real time. That's going to benefit you right now. But what is the difference between that and somebody who's taking the money right now in hip-hop, signing a contract, but they don't understand that they were worth just a little bit more? In business, this is what business people will tell you. If anybody comes along and they want to buy you for a specific amount, you better understand that you are worth more than that. I'm going to repeat that. If anybody comes along and want to purchase your business at a specific dollar amount, you better understand that you are worth more than that to them, or they would not offer you that. It is best sometimes, okay? I'm saying only sometimes, because sometimes people's current situation, it calls for them to make decisions that are going to answer their current situations. So I get it that you got to make decisions that benefit you right now. But I want to let you know that if you are not in dire need, if you are not desperate, it's better for you to take a percentage or lower pay, take less money now, and get a percentage or a cut into the business. Go on, I forget, I think it's Netflix or whatever platform is on, and watch that Michael Jordan documentary when Nike signed him. Michael Jordan's mother had the wherewithal, the knowledge, and the business acumen to understand, I want a percentage, I want a cut, when nobody else was doing it. Nobody. She asked for a cut. It was not regular business practice. She single-handedly changed the nature of how you do business when you are supposed to be the spokesperson for that company. She changed that business single-handedly because nobody at the time, if you watch that documentary, all right, the guy was telling her, this is not how it's done. She said, okay, then you would not have us. And when they went to talk to the big honcho, he said, what the heck? Let's go ahead and give him a piece. Every shoe that he sells, he will get that percentage. So now, after that deal was signed, now other people were signing deals just like that. Why am I telling this story? Because Coach Prime is doing that in real time and you are calling him a clown. I'm going to repeat that. Because Coach Prime is doing exactly what Michael Jordan's mother did back in the day when Nike was about to sign him. He's doing that right now, but you're on the wrong side of history and you're calling him a clown. Coaches having a piece of the advertising, lining themselves, their own personal brands and business, lining it with the university, while they are drawing all of this money into the university. He's lining his personal Coach Primetime brand with the CU brand and logo, and he's getting a piece of the pie. Take a little bit off the top. You don't have to give me that much money. I don't need money right now. What I need is generational wealth. What I need is generational wealth. I need some of the back end. I don't need all of the upfront money. I'm not hungry like that. I need my money, but I don't need to take it all up front. I need some of that money in percentages. So give me some in the back end. So he's taking money from the back end. Merchandise. Merch. Where the players can make merch deals, but the coach is making merch deals. I'm going to repeat that because it's worth repeating. Timothy Smith, thank you. The coach is making merch deals. Maybe you didn't hear me. The coach is making merch deals. Forget this hat for 1 second. The coach is making merch deals. the coach. Peter Investor. Man, you are the right person right now to be talking right now because your name has investor in it. The coach of the school is making merch deals. Where to do that at? When did you get the person that designs the merch from a university to come to the coach's office to talk to him about how the merch is going to look, how it's going to be rolled out? When they do that in the coach's office, they don't do that. They have a separate office that deals with business and merchandise sales apart from the coach's office. Let's just say shut up and dribble. Oh, no. Shut up and coach. So they don't go to the coach for the merch deals or how the merch is going to be rolled out. Hold on. Yo, I'm different. My channel is different. I'm gonna put us up on game. Come on, man. Y'all play with me. I don't know anything about football. I don't have to know about football. I know about life. I know about life. I know how life works. That's my gift.
So my thought was, when you come in NBA protocol.
This white man is in Coach Prime, this black man's office. He is responsible for designing of the merchandise at CU. That's University of Colorado. Okay? He's clearly white. That has nothing to do with it, but I'm poking the bear today. Okay? He's in this black man's office. The black man is wearing, I ain't hard to find. He's wearing a hoodie or a long sleeve shirt that says, I ain't hard to find. That's his logo. That's his branding. That is his words on that shirt. On the shirt, there is a CU logo on there, all right, with the buffalo. On the other side of that is the Nike logo. In the middle of that are his words that he's getting a percentage of. This video, okay? Oh, man. This video has been watched by 78,460 people 18 hours ago and counting. All right? We are a walking billboard. He's at a PWI. Making this money at a PWI. I'm flipping the Liberian English. My people, these men they're not understanding a word I'm saying, you boy. These men are not understanding me, oh. My people. My Liberian English. Maybe you're not going to understand it in American English. My series is too strong for y'all. My Liberian people, let me talk to y'all small way. My Liberian people, these people, they don't understand me, oh. Haba, I've been preaching all day today, ba. I've been telling them these people then today. I've been putting their own business. The men that they call it clan. They're calling that man clan. The man in the white man office. And they're bringing merch to him to sell it. And he's telling the people, the white man then, hey, ba, let's do it that way, let's do it that way. But the people, they're not understanding, ba. Hey, ba. The men are hard to hear. They say Africans, they hate them. They say Africans don't like African Americans. But here's an African telling the African people, the African American people in their bar. My piki. They got one. What they call a real one. They got a real one, but they're not listening to him. They're calling them a clan. They're disparaging their man here. Their man here, they're trying to get them out of the mindset of a ghetto mentality. They're disparaging him. Back to American English. Back to my American English. You got a real one. Yo, I'm killing them today. I'm killing it. You got a real one in Coach Perm. What is it that you're not understanding? Yo, what is it that you're not understanding? You got a real one in Coach Perm. Look at here. He's doing the merch. He's telling them.
Type socks that they sent us for our guys to wear test. That's a little bit smaller pair. Next thing, Camp T graphics. Let me start with this. So this is a thing that we were talking about, trying to elevate our protective stuff a little bit, right? So my thought was, when you come in, if you want them, that's what you run. When you're a starter, right, we'll get their number on them for them, and then your call, like you're the one who endorses.
When you're a dog.
Yeah, when you're a dog,
When you're a
we'll
dog.
start to put a logo on.
I like that.
Is that cool?
I love it.
Okay.
Yes, that's cool. That's cool, white man. Oh God, they're gonna hate me today. They're gonna hate me today, boy. White guy, that's cool. Oh gosh. That is definitely cool. You're a dog. You are a dog. When you are a dog, you get your logo on it. Eba. My people, all my Liberian people, you can't hear me today. Oh, you can't listen to that Liberian boy here talking to American people then. Aba, they high-headed. Yo. Oh man, how many of these shows am I gonna have to do so you can really understand where I be going with some of this stuff? Like, bruh, if you are a student, if you are like, I really hope that people got me today. I've been screaming, I've been giving analogies on top of analogies. I really hope you guys got it. Like, you understand where I was going with this, with all of this. And if you don't, let me wrap it up because I only have a few more minutes for the show to be over. Let me bring it home for a lot of y'all. Coach Prime is a coach that is not perfect. Coach Prime is a new coach in the college football arena. If you compare him to some of the more seasoned coaches that are doing big things on the bigger stage. All right. But Coach Prime is a man that understands marketing. He understands business. He knows motivational things. So his coaching acronyms are in place. All right. Regardless of how new he is, he's still learning a few things about this, about that. He's going to learn all of that. It comes with time. We're going to give him that grace to learn all of that. But there's one thing that you have to understand. He's dealing with a lot of demons. He's battling a lot of detractions. He's battling a lot of more demons than a regular coach has to battle because there is a concerted effort to stop him at where he's at before he gets started. So the demons that he's fighting are going to be way more demons than the regular coach who just goes in there and then they say, okay, as a head coach, you get this, you get that, you can make that decision, you can make that decision. But what you have to understand that Coach Prime is the Black Whisperer. I said this in one of my other videos that's gotten over 100, close to maybe 200,000 views right now. He's the Black Whisperer. What do I mean by Coach Prime being the Black Whisperer? That means that he's a young man who played the sport of college football. He was very good at it, maybe one of the best. He got a gold jacket for it. That means that he's in the Hall of Fame of football in America. The gold jacket explains that it's the jacket that you get when you are in an exclusive club. That jacket represents your membership in that club. And what it does, and that gold jacket, for those of you who may not have known, we keep saying gold jacket, gold jacket. That's just like that is just like when you are playing the sport of golf, where Tiger Woods, if you've ever played golf and you see them put that green jacket on Tiger Woods, all right. I don't know if the color has changed, but when they put that green jacket on, that means you have won the Masters, and that's like your ticket or the thing that symbolizes the fact that you have made it to that standpoint. So that gold jacket tells you that he has been at the top of his sport. So, and because he was prime, he created this whole thing. I'm wrapping this up now for you guys who may not understand. This is where you get the encompassing, everything encompassed into what I'm trying to say today. Because he was such electric, he was electrifying, he was entertaining, he was everything that we look for in a sports superhero. All right. So we looked at him, and a lot of us grew up watching him two-step into end zones. He told you what he was going to do, and then he went out, he did it. Nobody has ever done that before. He was able to do that. So now he's a sports icon for a lot of us. All right. Especially if you are in his era. You watch him play in the 90s, you watch him play the sport, he dominated. A lot of those kids that are now playing the sport of football and they're elite, guess what? Their parents remember this guy. That's why he's the Black Whisperer. Their parents used to see him two-step in the end zone. And now they got kids who are going to college and they're like, man, I remember Prime is a coach now? I can't believe he's a coach. Oh my goodness. Man, should I send my child there? So guess what? The powers that be, they know that. And then he somewhere in there, he found God. And you know, Black people in our God business, it's not small business. Okay? He found Jesus. And he started praising Jesus on live TV. He started speaking the name of God on live. You know, when you start doing that, you are a sports icon. And then you know Jesus, Black people, Jesus, Black people, Jesus, Jesus, Black people, Jesus, Black people. Man, it's like fried chicken, cornbread, collard greens, all on a hot Sunday. Wow. Man, this is our guy. And our guy is the guy that their guy is always talking about. Wow. He's a coach at Colorado? Well, dang, that's a Power 5. I should send my child there. So guess what? These powers that be, they all know that. It was like, uh-oh, guess what? He's a coach. And he's changing the way that we do things. He wearing hoodies. He's wearing sunglasses. He got gold necklaces. He's trying to make it look like the hood. He's trying to make he's doing a hip-hop music video in our country club. Y'all can't come over here and do no hip-hop music video in our country club. We white guys, we got one thing left. One thing. That was coaching. Okay? They took the daggone quarterbacks from us. We used to be grooming our little white boys to be quarterbacks because they can't run as fast as we can. They can't run as fast. Our little white boys can't run as fast as their little Black boys to be a cornerback, to be a safety, and all of these things. We can be big and we can play tight end. And we used to have the cornerback and coaching. What we got left? We got nothing left. If he comes in here and starts showing that they can coach too, and then all of the Black kids want to play for him, we can't have that. We can't have that. We stop him now. Stop him now. If you don't stop him, he's going to show that they can coach. And then their marketing, he's going to bring that chain up in here. Oh my goodness. What we going to have left? We ain't got nothing left. So man, let's stop him. So they got minions, just like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. They don't got their minions. They don't start their YouTube channels. They're going on big platforms. They got the money to throw behind all advertisements. They're giving these people promotion. Yeah, you don't go get a 9-to-5. I'll take care of you for a year and just disparage Deion Sanders. Talk badly about him. Do anything you can do to stop him now. Because if he gets going, what do you think we're going to have left? It's going to be collard greens and watermelon and fried chicken in all the country clubs, because now you're going to have all of them all over this place. They're going to be singing that rap music with their diamond chains coming to our country club. We can't have that. So if we can't have that. So let's stop him now. Let's do everything we can do to stop him now. Let's create a narrative, call him a clown, because there's one thing that black people don't want to be part of. They don't want to. They don't want to be snitches, and they don't want to be clowns. So as long as they ain't snitches and clowns, they won't even recognize that we're the ones doing this. They would not see it coming. So if we can paint him as a clown, then we got him. So don't go over there. Guess what he's teaching over there? He's teaching them about money management. He's teaching them about insurance, because guess what? He got caught slipping. Deion Sanders got caught lacking. His kids went to UCLA, and guess what? They got their chains took by some little kids from the high school that came to visit. And he said that, man, we didn't teach him about insurance. If you're going to buy a $200 chain, you got to know about insurance. And he didn't teach his young men about insurance by purchasing insurance on those expensive watches, those diamond necklaces, those diamond earrings that they're wearing, those diamond chains. They didn't buy no insurance to protect it. So when those young little men took that, when they took those things, guess what? There was no insurance to cover that. So they didn't even know about it. But guess what? He knows now. Oh my gosh. Now he's hip to that. Now guess what he's teaching them? To put insurance when they buy necklaces, diamond chains and necklaces. The thing that us white folk, we do automatically when we buy expensive things, we put insurance on it. And guess what? There's another secret. Sometimes you can get money from the insurance that you have on your valuable things. Shh, quiet. Don't tell them that. Man, listen. Don't tell them that they can actually borrow money off of the insurance that they put on their valuables. What? He's going to teach that now. He got caught lacking. From the fact that he got caught lacking, God made it possible for him to get caught lacking because he was blind to something that he didn't know about, that he wasn't doing. So God made it possible for those young men to get their stuff stolen so that Deion Sanders can come to the realization that he's not teaching about insurance. Uh-oh, the Holy Spirit. Shh. God, repeat it, Harry B. Who said that? Who said that? Repeat that, Harry B. Who said that? God made it possible for his young men to get their chains took because Deion Sanders was lacking and blind to the fact that he needs to teach those young men who love jewelry, who love flashy things. They need to learn about insurance. When you buy something valuable, white people have been doing this for years. Rich people have been doing this for years. When they buy their wives and their people, all of those diamonds that they have in their closets, when in their house, they put insurance on them. Black people didn't know nothing about that. You just go buy your diamond chains and you rock them. Look at me. White people have been knowing about insurance for a long time, and they know about the value of insurance. So God was like, you don't know about insurance. You know about insurance, but you're not teaching it. You're blind to that. So let me open your eyes to that. I'm going to allow something to happen. And then you're going to realize that you got to start teaching about them. You got to start teaching them about insurance. So everything bad that happens, it's not always, it's not always detrimental. If it's not detrimental, it's a lesson. So now he knows, okay, a lot of young black men are coming to me and they like flashy things. They like flashy jewelry. So now when they come into my presence, I'm going to have the wherewithal or the knowledge now, because now my brain has been turned onto it. Hey, man, get insurance. You're going to buy that $200,000 chain with your NIL money? Get insurance. And at a certain point, when your insurance have accrued or whatever the word is, certain types of benefits, you can take or extract that benefit, and now you got cash in your pocket. Hello? Can I get a hello? But those are things that they don't teach you because we don't know nothing about that in our communities. All we want to do is just buy the flashy jewelries, and then other people come and take it away from us. And when those thieves come and take it away from us, what happens? We out of it. We have nothing. We have no insurance because we didn't know about that. Uh-oh. Can I get a uh-oh? Poke, poke. Yo, it's 3:00. Man, my time is up. And I was in my bag, man. And now y'all insurance companies, man. We keep and they keep it in a deposit box inside the bank. Guys, I'm telling you, we're done with the show today. This was a good show. I talked a lot about understanding our value because other people understand your value. All right. Other people understand your value even when you don't understand, especially business people. When they want to do business with you, they already done their valuations. That's why you have NIL valuations. They put a number to your value to you to tell you what you're worth, but you're always worth almost 10 times that. All right. Appreciate you. You're worth 10 times that. When somebody evaluates you, they know that you're worth more than that. And when I say maybe not at the present time, but your future value is worth more than that because they know what they can turn you into that you were not able to turn yourself into. If you add your value with their acumen and what the power of what the knowledge that they have, they know what your potential is, what they're going to turn you into. And that's why they give you the valuation that they give you. But if you are able to tap into that second part, what they know and what they bring, now you know how to sell yourself, right? And how to present yourself. And you want to take a little bit of cash in the back end because then now you have access to what they have access to. Always remember that. That's what Coach Prime is teaching here at CU. And the fact that he has a ghostwriter, the fact that he may not know everything, but guess what? He's riding with somebody, the Holy Spirit, who knows everything. Some of the things that I said today is not that I had it prepared or written down, but the Holy Spirit was just speaking as I was speaking. And then as soon as I said something, he dropped a gem, and then I was able to say it. Guess what? That same ghostwriter, that same ghost speaker, Coach Prime has that. And something that he may not know, it might just drop in his spirit. He'd be like, oh, shoot, we should be doing this. Oh, shoot, we should be doing that. That's when the Holy Spirit starts saying, hey, man, do this. That ghostwriter is the best ghostwriter ever. That's the Holy Spirit I'm talking about. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about right now. So that's another reason why you should send your kids to play for Coach Prime, because he's dealing with a whole nother element that people don't even know. All right. So with that being said, man, this is a great opportunity, man, for you guys. Sir, what you saying, sir? Harry B, these universities are savvy and love making money and winning. If that takes hiring more Coach Prime style black coaches, they will if they see the return on investment, ROI. Bear Bryant's loss to USC, Googled it. Surf. That's what understanding business is all about. All right. So that's all I got for you today, guys. Tomorrow's another show. I'm going to drop some more gems on you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I got a great show for you on TLP Live at noon. I got a great show for you lined up, coming up. This whole week is going to be fire. All right? And guess what? I might even be interrupted by whatever Coach Prime does with the defensive line. So I already got great shows to do, but whatever comes, it's going to be fire anyway because Coach Prime got something coming, and I'm ready for it. So make sure to smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. Hit that bell notification because I'll be dropping heat all the time. All right? I'm your guy. You know who I am. I'm Harry B. You just heard the Liberian perspective. That's exactly what that is. It's called the Liberian perspective. Liberia is in West Africa, right on the Gulf Coast. Okay, when you see the shape of Africa, you see that little hole that's in the middle somewhere. I'm right there in there with the West Coast, on the West Coast, with some of those countries like Ghana, Nigeria, Guinea. I'm right there with all of those countries. All right, that's where I'm from. I live in New York. Okay, but I'm from Liberia, and that was the Liberian perspective, and it's being run by the Holy Ghost. That's the secret ghostwriter that I got. Being a Christian man. I'm gonna holler at you tomorrow, okay? TLP Sports Club. T, the L, Liberian. P, perspective. That's my perspective. I'm the Liberian. Brah.